What's going on Tuesday, painters? If you're watching this on YouTube, you will have missed the wonderful, terrible start we had to this stream. It wasn't terrible, we just messed up some things. How's it going on, y'all? How was your weekend? Mine was fantastic. Can't wait to talk about all the movies I watched with y'all. It's gonna be a good time. I can't see the chat, Evan.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Now I can. What up, Cornflake Justice, Crazy Vazy, Mama Wolf, RLS, Rolls Royce. Thank you for the sub, Almighty Spaz, and Paint Liquor. A paint stream is so needed today. I'm happy to provide. Pro streamer experience, absolutely. All right, at the thought, you subbed and said, do you have the willpower to stream today with Diablo out? I was never much of a Diablo game player. I started to play Diablo 3, and I think we had this discussion previously, and the combat is just not very compelling for me, so it wasn't very interesting.
Scott doesn't like clicking on things.
I get the appeal, though. I understand the appeal of like wanting an experience that's more about the progression than less about like the minutia of gameplay.
Scott doesn't like clicking on things.
Yeah, I don't. It's what up, Flaming Flamingo? Yeah. It's because you play Diablo 3 on console. Do you really think that's it? I really think that if it was computer and if I was pushing different buttons, it would still be the same problem.
I actually strongly disagree with that as a thought, because I think that those games are more fun on controller because you get to like play the game rather than click on things.
Atsu, thank you for the resub, or the impending resub. Diablo is just an arrow comparison game. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Console feels like Gauntlet Legends. See, the problem is I don't know how bad Gauntlet Legends was, but I did enjoy playing the franchise Gauntlet. What up, Adric Knight? Noted Dota player, doesn't like clicking on things, lies detected. Thank you for the prime sub, Atsu. Green arrows for good gear, red arrows for bad. Oh, when you're doing the comparison, I understand. There isn't much difference between PC and console, at least for Diablo 3. No ads for subs, wicked, indeed. All right, y'all, we got some mail time, and then we have some movie chat time, and at some point we'll discuss model painting, but probably not. So, Osprey Game sent me a ton of books, just like books on books.
Oh, they were like, you played Frostgrave once?
Yeah.
Here's everything.
Yeah, it was awesome. Shout out Don Haney for making that happen. If you want to watch the Frostgrave VOD of the game we played, it will be in the chat at the moment, and it'll also be on the channel in the gaming playlist.
See, now the real pro move would be to just not link it, but
link it.
Obviously I'm gonna. There you go.
I logged into Diablo 5 and instantly, yep, it's Diablo, logged out.
It's amazing that they managed to log into a game that's going to come out like 8 years from now or whatever.
I know. I get what he or she is saying, though. I have been hearing that the gameplay is similar to prior versions, which, you know, like if they made an action RPG that had the combat of like Doom Eternal, not okay, I don't mean like an FPS, or the combat of like Hades, I would no life that game until I died, probably. If anyone is talking trash, talking Gauntlet Slayer Edition trash, then come at me. Trash talking. I'm dyslexic. I am not. I enjoyed Gauntlet, but it could have been just as bad as Diablo. I can't remember. It's been a while. So anyways, Osprey sent me the Frostgrave 2nd edition rule book. They sent me this giant book, which you can see is bigger than me, called The Wizard of the Eye. The Art of Frostgrave. Very fucking cool. They made an art book. GW. This is what all of your rule books need to become. Just an art book. Okay?
Yeah, I agree. Post the rules in a rules app or online or whatever. And yeah, put them at the front of the book. And then you got 50 pages of sweet art and lore and flavor.
Yeah.
Wizards.
Fucking Magnet Boy with the raid. What up, Magnet Boy? Like that name. Cool art book. We're not going to leaf through all of it, but they sent me some other books as well. I feel like I just keep getting books. I got what seems like a, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Like an expansion, a campaign to play in Frostgrave. I believe this is the newer one called the Wildwoods.
Hey, Reaper Miniatures.
Reaper Miniatures!
With a party of 33.
Thank you, Reaper. I appreciate it. Love the Wizards. So this is pretty cool. They also sent me an expansion for the one I want to play and read the rules of. I can't remember what it's called.
Saga?
Though. Yeah, not
yes?
Saga. That's a different company. I can't remember what it's called, but they sent me, unfortunately, an expansion for it and not a rule book. I actually brought it on my drive to Wisconsin most recently, and I started to read it, and I was like, weird that a rule book would start out talking about specialized unit formations. And then I was like, oh, it's not a rule book, it's an expansion. So yeah, looking forward to reading that whenever I get it. And then lastly, for mail time, Bloodgrave, the all-vampire game. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Sigmar rules can be sold in General's handbooks. I like those. That's still the comp player money. Let the narrative flavor folks have art books for army books instead of rules that they are immediately out of date. I agree with that, Eldrick. Deutsch. Okay, and then so this thing. This is so funny. John mentioned this thing on the podcast. And I hadn't even seen it. I don't even know what it is. I know it's a painting handle, but I have never had the pleasure of working with it. But these are called Jolly Lark painting handles. And they seem to be just standard construction wood, probably pine. And they're shaped kind of nicely. And they have like a target on the front. And then like a hole on the bottom, a little dowel hole. Here are the quick tips. Knead putty until it's soft and sticky. When you pull it apart, it should be pliable and stringy. I'm just reading these things. 1 second.
Wish I had that modem noise on a button.
Yeah. So I believe you're supposed to put the poster tack in the little target, and it's kind of shaped that way because it is it gives you more surface area for poster tack, which does come with the product. Okay, cool. It also comes with these large discs and also dowels. Okay. For larger or heavier miniatures, use wood glue or CA glue to attach the wooden discs to a handle's top. More surface area will need or make much larger bases stable. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So what's the dowel for? Is obviously there's a hole here. The hole isn't fit well. It kind of just, kind of sits about right there. Do I hold it like this? And it stands like that? I guess it stands like that. Okay, I don't know what the dowel's for. Maybe that's the fourth point. A 1/4 inch drill bit will make the right size hole for pin. Okay, interesting. All right, I have some comments about this. My man, RTFMing, absolutely. You can't not read the instructions and then give some kind of feedback for the product. First of all, there's a fuckload of these things in here. There's 10 handles in here. That's a lot. It comes with these.
Can't handle all these handles.
Can't handle them. It comes with these 2 discs. Nothing on them. They're just, balsa, poplar, pine, something like that. I think I'm right. I think you hold it like this, although it does stand up in both orientations, for what it's worth. I don't know what the pins are for. It doesn't say anything about that in the quick tips. It says you might have some sawdust in here from the manufacturing, and you can blow it out or you can seal it. My question for the manufacturer is, why didn't you just seal it there? A little bit of water-based varnish, good enough. And then it says a 1/4 drill bit will make the right size holes for the pin. Just drill the hole, dust it out, varnish it, and ship the product complete. That's my opinion. If it makes it cost more, I think that's okay. It wouldn't cost that much more to drill the hole out and put a little bit of varnish on. You're not varnishing it for like anything other than I don't want dust to get in my putty. It's an interesting, I think it's a very low cost handle idea with a nice shape to it. Not bad. Not bad. Just a little small quality life improvements would be great. It also comes with poster tack, for what it's worth. Okay. And that concludes mail time. I like the Frostgrave kits. They have lots of extra bits. Nice. I dig that it still has lathe marks on top. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, you know what? You're probably right. That's probably a chuck for a lathe. I did not think about that. It might be, it might not be. Hey, Miniac, just watched your OSL no airbrush video. Super informative as my airbrush just crapped the bed. Glad to hear that. I need a painting handle that has a chuck-like drill to hold my painted minis. Yes. Look at the side of the box. Okay, not a bad idea. Oh, there's so much info. Holy shit. Batch painting kit. Okay, so this is a product that you get as one. They just didn't send me they didn't like put a bunch of shit in a box for me to get. Hole on the underneath for easy organizing. So like you could like, you don't have to just huck these into a drawer. You could mount them on the hole. Okay. Oh, this is hardwood. Okay. Yeah, everything else seems pretty much the same. This is hardwood? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Let's get a file out and see. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to tell what species of fucking wood this is, but if it's hardwood, it should not be super easy to. I don't think this is hardwood, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. I have no idea. I have no way of really. I'm not an expert.
Can't tell what it is by smell.
Ah, yes, aspen. No, I have no idea. It appears to be 24.3 on the Rockwell scale. If I had like a tool, I could probably figure that out.
Yeah, we should
what?
Get chat back up in here. I turned it off because last week we had Alex from 52 Miniatures here, or week before last, rather.
Oh, I got you. Too small for my taste. Don't like my pinkies dangling. Yeah, it seems like it fits my hand pretty comfortably. Maybe this is birch. Is this birch? It kind of looks like birch. I wonder if the hole in the bottom is standard pegboard size. That'd be interesting. I 3D print my painting handle. It's got a hole in the bottom and a base that it sits on my desk. So when I set it down, I don't knock it over by accident. Nice. Baby maple? Yes, possibly Huskatron. You can tell it's aspen by the way it is. It's certainly one of the woods of all woods. Most handles are for things like files, etc. I'm not sure what you mean. But yes, this seems like a very cost-effective painting handle. That is more than fine if you like to use painting handles that use poster tack. I'm not a huge poster tack fan for attaching my models, but it does work for a shorter paint job. If you have like a longer paint job, like a display model, I generally like to use more of a more secure connection. Method of fastening. Alrighty then, let's get on to painting. I need some paper. Use museum wax. Man, museum wax sucks. Let me just tell you right now.
Not museum wax, museum putty.
Yes, that is, and those are two different things, and those are their exact names.
Yes.
So just to be very clear to all the viewers, museum wax is bad. It is very challenging to clean up.
It's wax.
If you use museum putty, it's much better. That's what I use when I use poster tack, and it's true. It's very easy to clean up. All right, let me grab some paper out of my little paper area, and then we'll get to chatting. I like to keep the putty. I like the putty to keep my Funko Pop from falling over. Yeah, that helps.
Lord of Vlad, in my experience, museum putty is different than poster tack, or the the common stuff, and that it doesn't dry out. In my experience, the stuff that you buy, like that comes in the little sleeve, poster tack or similar products, kind of hardens over time and loses its actual stickiness. Whereas with museum putty, retains its puttiness, for lack of a better term.
I wonder if I still have my museum wax. It's very possible that I just threw it away because
I have a jug of museum wax that I bought accidentally.
Yes.
And it is sticky. You can stick minis to your handle with it, but the problem is it's wax. It leaves like a greasy, waxy thing on anything it touches, including your hands, including your bases, and it will ruin paint jobs.
That didn't happen to me.
I definitely accidentally got some on the Mini and thought I cleaned it off adequately and didn't.
Oh, and you paint on top of it?
Then I painted on top of it.
Yeah, that's how that works. Okay, movie discussion. I had a little movie marathon this weekend. It was pretty good. First of all, I watched a movie called Samsara. And if you guys know Bakara or Samsara, these are just like visual documentaries that show the world we live in ways that you would never, ever expect. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy. It's like you watch these documentaries and the question I'm asking the entire time is just like, there are people on this world that are alive at the same time as I am, and like this is how they live. It isn't like a woe is them situation. It's just so fascinating. It's so fucking cool. It's visually beautiful. It's amazing. I cannot recommend Samsara or Bakara strongly enough. If you've seen neither, I'd watch at least one of them. Very fucking cool movie to watch. I think I remember a video where John talked about museum wax and he said he liked it. I wonder if his opinions changed for that. I think he just, honestly, I bought the museum wax because of John's recommendation, and I think he just linked the wrong thing or thought it was something that it wasn't. It doesn't matter. I think he has the right link in there now. I checked my jar. Mine is museum putty. Nice. I just used wax because it was the common phrase out there. No worries. You're good. Either way, for me, craft paint bottles are my painting handles of choice. There you go. They work. Okay. We are painting Neferata today. I think when we painted her last, we painted the skin and her stockings largely. And then I might have started to work on the metallics again. Just getting the base coats cleaned up. We'll do that. Won't be too hard to do. I used an old pill bottle filled with stones as my paint handle, and also as a maraca. Little fun instrument. I need some gold colors. And I remember what gold colors I used. I remember doing this. I remember walking over here to grab my metallic paints, and you were like, when are we ending? This is all coming back to me.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm using that paint rack cam for the first time in months.
Nice. Get a little bit of that, get a little bit of that. Get a little bit of that.
Oh, did I put that command in? Hey, did we pick a thing for the giveaway?
Are you asking them or are you asking
I'm asking chat. Chat, last stream, I remember we did a giveaway towards the end, and I knew we weren't going to hit the goal, and I was like, we'll pick again. But I can't remember if we actually did pick what the next giveaway is going to be, because for those of you that don't know, every time we hit 50 subs on the paint streams, we do another giveaway, and obviously we're pretty close, although I think the bar hasn't moved, and it's supposed to have. So I'm going to have to check our numbers for this stream.
A vial of Scott's spit. Nice.
Because that overlay doesn't work right. I love that.
Necro Joe with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. I did that and it went up by 2 as opposed to up by 5. So we're probably about due for a giveaway. I'm gonna go through it, but yeah, Chad, what do you want out of the tub? Because I'm pretty sure we didn't pick one. I got a whole bin of, stuff.
Toss us on that painting cam while you figure that out.
Sure. Hey, look, it's the Queen of Big Hats.
Queen of Big Hats.
Give away a brush licked by Scott? Nah, we'll do that later, though.
If you guys are curious, I am painting with Dark Star metallics right now.
Dark Star.
I don't think I'd recommend them, unfortunately. I think there are better options out there nowadays.
I'll tell you what.
Tell you
my new
what.
cat is Dark Star.
Dark Star?
Dark Star.
Unless you like the colors. Then if you like the colors, that's something else entirely.
I haven't put in a command for giveaway, even though I put it in the stream tonight. Because I realized after I did that I don't know what we're giving away.
Other movies I watched. I rewatched the new Dune movie because it's just so fucking good. It's just so fucking amazing.
The old one's better.
That's fine. I haven't seen it. I've only seen the Sci-Fi Channel one.
Yeah,
But,
pass on that one. But the David Lynch Dune is dope, and I love it. I liked the new one a lot too, but
yeah. I picked up the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and watched it on my a little bit nicer sound system, and it's such an incredible experience. From a storytelling perspective, from a visual perspective, from a sound design perspective, it's really good. I'd watch it again. I've already seen it 3 times. I really enjoy watching it. We also watched the next movie that was kind of more in keeping with the horror theme that we usually follow. I watched The Church, which is a movie produced by Dario Argento, and his daughter is in it, but it's made by someone else. You guys seen The Church? Mark Attack, 24 months, baby, 2 years. Thanks to the sub.
it's a long time.
Physical media is the way to go. I've been enjoying collecting Blu-rays lately. I'm not sure if it's the way to go, but or for most people at least, but I've been enjoying it. Love New and Old Dune as well as Children of Dune. Haven't seen that one. Haven't seen Children of Dune. I spent more than half the first movie explaining the plot to my wife. She was so confused. When I first watched it as well, I was very confused about what was going on with the politics.
Why does he keep saying desert power?
Desert! That's honestly, I gave the movie a 4.5 stars, or rather I will. And the only fucking reason I gave 4.5 stars is because of the phrase desert power. Oh, God. It's so bad.
It's a great phrase, and it's from the book, and I love it.
Is it? Man,
Yep.
it's the geekiest sounding thing in the world.
It's the best.
I hate it. Dessert power, that's something different. We like those. Redune, Thomas Flight YouTube channel does an amazing film exploration. That'd be cool to see. All the Dune sequels are weird as fuck. How was the Death Angel concert? It was fucking awesome, dude. Okay, I haven't been to a thrash metal concert in a long time, but it was a lot of fun. And Death Angel was probably the most fun I had. They were great. They didn't play for very long because they were an opener, but they were awesome. I loved hearing Ultraviolence. That reminded me so much of being in high school. The politics were effectively glossed over, but it's very possible to become a more prominent in part 2. So I think so. What I was gonna say though is I watched the movie a second and third time, and I then realized that they say many times that the current situation they are in is bad. They're like, This was something that was good for the Empire, but not good for us. They obviously came here to ruin us. House Atreides was too strong. They say that 3 or 4 times, but it's in kind of different fragments of the whole argument. And I remember watching it for the first time and just being like your wife and being very confused about what was going on. But now that I've watched it twice, even 3 times even, I'm way more on board with what's happening. I was a little disappointed that they glossed over the mentats. I don't know what mentats are. He coughed. It's the brush that can catching up with him. That's funny.
All right, I have fixed our sub count number. We're only 6 away from the giveaway.
Oh, cool.
And we are giving away Soriara, this figure from Neko Galaxy. It's the companion one to the one that you painted for the video.
Ah, did you like show it on stream or something, or?
I mean, we can.
Oh, I thought when you said this one, that's what you did.
I said this one, as opposed to that one.
I will show it.
Nope. Well, we hit it.
Huskatron with 5 gifted subs. Thank you, sir. And also RG Hanomic. Thank you for the sub as well.
So this is what we're giving away.
Soroya. Yeah, this model has a display base that's compatible with the one that I painted, so they can be put together in a diorama. It's a 75mm cyberpunk character from the range Neko Galaxy, if you want to check it out. Her name is, well, it has 2 names. It says Rosa Sagrada and also Soroya in bigger letters on top. It's a great mini though. Honestly, they're all great minis. We're very fortunate to have a lot of these figures to just give away because they're all really good. Speaking of thrash and metal, my order from Dying Victims Records arrived. Pog. I have no idea what that is.
Well, here we go. Exclamation mark moist in the chat to enter the giveaway. Please only enter if you are in a location that allows you to enter into raffles. Only restriction is that you must be a follower of our channel. And yeah, it's a 20-minute giveaway. You got to be here at the end so that I can call you out and then do my stupid bit about sending you a message.
Exclamation mark moist in the chat. You gotta be a follower. That's the only requirement. And also you have to be cool.
Well, they're obviously cool. They're here, Scott.
This is true. Played some Apex Legends over the weekend, and they have a traditional TDM mode. They have I think 3 modes on rotation right now. There is the unshielded TDM where you have no shields and you're
hardcore mode.
You're just fighting with sniper rifles, and so you just shoot each other, and it's crazy. They also have Control Point, which is your typical, King of the Hill, and they have standard TDM, and there's probably one more I'm forgetting right now. It's fun though. I had a lot of fun. I'm actually ice cold. Do I still qualify? Nice. Yes, I would say you still qualify. I'm a leader, not a follower. Well, looks like you ain't getting this giveaway then, RG Hanomic. We had that back in the 90s on GoldenEye. The unshielded TDM. Oh, they also had standard TDM, which is, I might not have said that, where you're running around full shields, full version of the game, and you're just shooting peeps.
Also, I am starting a poll in the chat right now for what our next giveaway should be, since we just hit that one. I got some broad categories. Vote for what you feel, what speaks to you, because we appreciate your support and we appreciate you getting free stuff. Although, I'm ticked off right now.
Right.
The holiday has messed with my plan. Our last winner was one of our locals that comes to the paint night on Mondays at the Source.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, cool, I'll just bring it to him. And then the Source was closed for the holiday.
Damn.
And then he wasn't there at this most recent one because I think he's out of town. So this stuff has just been in my car for 3 weeks. And I'm like, I should have just mailed it to him.
What about the giveaway? What about a giveaway of the Miniac models? I don't have many copies of Lay Duchess at the moment, but
yeah, I do have Miniac merch as an option there. Generally, we give away shirts and or cutting mats because we have those in ample supply all the time. But occasionally, we've given away a Duchess before.
Yes.
I think we did that right before you went down to LVO.
Yeah, that would not be a bad idea though. I'd be very willing to do that, especially when the new Wood Elves are made available, and VR fulfillment is beginning for that stuff very shortly. If you're a Kickstarter backer and you're watching this, either the VOD or the live stream, make sure to go and update your credit card information if you need to. You do that in Backer Kit, which I have a link to that in the most recent Backer update.
I'm surprised that you haven't locked that down already.
Yeah, you tend to lock down CC information at 2 points. When you're charging for the Kickstarter campaign, which is locked as soon as they buy something, and then also right before you charge shipping and taxes and stuff, because if you do it earlier, people get confused about why, if you lock credit card information earlier and then charge later, oftentimes cards are out of date and shit like that. But yeah.
Turn 3 Galta wants to know, as someone who has an unpainted Neferata, what would you recommend basing her in?
I mean, it depends on what your army is, right? If you got a swampy vampire army, then you're gonna go swampy. Generally, I like to go a little bit further beyond with my large bases. So for instance, for my vampire counts, for my vampire lord and zombie dragon, he has the same kind of base as the rest of my army. It's kind of swampy, so there are small tufts. It's very muddy and glossy. But for their bases, both of the vampire lords' bases, I have little shallow pools, and I put things in them like cattails or skulls, and one of them is a face-down Stormcast model who's like just, who's dead and hasn't been reclaimed yet. But yeah, I would just do what you're already doing, but like think about how I can turn this base into a kind of a tiny diorama, because that's really what it can be, because it is quite large. Bro, I need to get me a cutting mat. I'd like to start doing dumb little mini assembling painting streams, and one of them cutting mats would be ace. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. But yeah, I would love to have that and see it on a fun little stream. The Idiot Painter says Nerd Gang. Thank you for the sub. All right, the gold is looking cleaned up. Let's clean up the silver. We're gonna just repaint over the silver with our preferred metallic color for silver, and that is, or for base coating, it's called AK Gunmetal. Got Glastonbury Festival, doing some artwork for the southeast corner. 4 days of music starts on the 21st. I'm heading there on this Saturday. Can't wait for some tunes.
So awesome. Turn 3 responded and said, it's not for an army. I'm just painting her to paint her.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which is cool. In which case, go with whatever your heart desires on the base is what I would say.
Well, I'll try to answer the question though. What if you did like a creepy mausoleum? Like Neferata, if you read her book, is like the queen of New Lamia, spelled N-U-L-A-H-M-I-A. I bet if you Google that, New Lamia, you would find some pretty cool inspiration for like a creepy mausoleum with like a lot of stonework and like coffins or just like burial sites, ornate designs, tapestries.
Yeah, and also if you're not painting her for an army, I'm assuming you're not painting her for gameplay, you're just painting her as a display piece, in which case don't feel constrained by her base size unless you really do want to eventually play with that model.
This is true.
You can make a little like mini diorama or whatever.
Yeah, you can.
Neferata would look sweet bursting out of something.
Bursting.
It's got like that pose that it could like be literally like busting out of an underground crypt or something.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds like an Elden Ring location. Put a tiny wiener dog on the base, says Lummox Beast.
That's also a good idea.
Not a bad idea.
Neferata with a lot of cute.
Yep. I like it.
Hello Kitty themed Neferata.
What else did I watch? I watched The Wolf of Snow Hollow. Which was kind of confusing. I didn't really know what the movie was, if it was supposed to be a drama, if it was supposed to be a comedy. It's been on my watch list forever. And and I just hadn't gotten around to watching it until now. And yeah, it was kind of confusing. I don't really know what the point of it was.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
That movie is wild. I didn't feel like it was super wild. I felt like it was kind of just like, they revealed the monster very early on. And so it wasn't like super, I wasn't like super invested, or I wasn't like scared, you know, like, I don't know, with creature features, I feel like you got to really pace yourself in terms of what parts of the monster you're revealing and stuff like that. So because they revealed it so early on, it made me feel like maybe this movie isn't actually supposed to be a horror, because there is this whole thing with the dad and like his ailments he has going on, and so I didn't really get it. The other movie we watched is called Speak No Evil, which was kind of just like a nihilistic, sadistic horror movie. If you've watched The Strangers, the first one, you'll feel very similar vibes when watching this one. Less of a home invasion though, and more just kind of like making you feel like shit. So if I feel like shit, watch Speak No Evil. Great recommendation. And then lastly, we watched a 60s horror movie called Blood Feast, I think. Oh no, there's another movie we watched called Miracle Mile, with the star of that one high school movie that's like doesn't age well.
16 Candles.
No, you guys recommended it to me and I watched it, and it was like a bunch of college kids and they started a sorority and they're the Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh yeah, Revenge of the Nerds definitely does not age well.
Yeah, the main actor, the male lead in there. There's two male leads. One of them is the lead in a movie called Miracle Mile, which is like, that movie is everything. That movie has all genres. It's a crazy adventure. It's fun. It's sad. It's kind of heart-wrenching at sometimes. It's like crazy at other times. Like, what's going on? That one was crazy. I watched Violent Night this weekend. I highly enjoyed it. I've never heard of that one. We need picks if you go the Hello Kitty route with Neferata. That'd be funny. That Speak No Evil movie gave me the creeps. The Because You Let Me line destroyed me a little. Yeah, that's what I was referring to when I was referring to Stranger Things. That's what they say at the end of that movie as well. We're like, why are you doing this? And they're like, because you were home. And it's just like, ugh, you know, it makes me make that sound. Arrival is very good. I am gonna check out Spider-Verse. The first one was amazing. Star Wars Geek says Blood Feast was a local band that my friend was the drummer in. Actually back when Death Angel did their first ever tour, they stayed at his house for several days while they were playing in New York City. Wow, that is a bizarre coincidence. John Wick 4, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen Werewolf by Night. I did not watch that one yet. But those are all the movies that I watched this past weekend. I think it was 7 movies. We went hard.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I watched movies last weekend, which I posted about in the Discord, which you can get in on if you are a subscriber or a member of the Patreon.
Nice.
See my hot takes about which Conan movie is the best.
Oh, don't remind me of the tragedy of your opinion about Conan.
Hey, Conan the Barbarian is definitely the better film, like unequivocally. But the second one's more fun. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're damn right it doesn't matter, Evan.
All right, we got a tie on our result for our next giveaway.
Oh, what?
People are about to bust on display model busts, or they want a package of Gamer's Grass 420 XD.
420 XD.
Yeah, so that next giveaway, we're already working on it. We've got 2 towards that next 50 goal, and we're doing a giveaway right now. So if you want to enter, !moist in the chat. You got to be a follower. You got to be in a place that allows you to enter into a raffle. And you got to be here at the end of it, which is in about 7 minutes.
Got a lot of love for Werewolf by Night in the chat. I do. It is my watch list. I plan to watch it. I have not seen Night Beast, although at the place where I buy some of my Blu-rays, it's called Cheapo. They have, I think, 2 copies of Night Beast, and it looks ridiculous. It looks like a lot of fun. I have a couple of movies that I bought that I haven't watched yet that are kind of like B horror movies. The one that I'm looking forward to is called The Bee, or just called Bees. It's about killer bees from like South America or something like that. It sounds ridiculous, but haven't seen that one yet.
Anyway, this weekend I didn't watch any movies, but I did finally watch Ted Lasso.
Oh, the whole show?
The whole show.
Damn, son. How was it? Do you like it?
I mean, I watched the whole show in like 3 days, so it was all right.
It was okay. Wait, so you're being sarcastic right now, right? Why would you watch the whole show in 3 days if it was okay?
Yes.
Yes, Scott, you are right.
You got it. You figured it out.
I did.
Sarcasm successfully detected. Yeah, I love it. Well planned and executed story. I finished the show last night. I went to bed at 5:45 in the morning.
God damn.
Because I was like, we're doing this, baby.
Shout out to our fellow degenerates who stay up until 6 in the morning and then wake up at 8 and then operate with 2 hours of sleep for a week and then die at the age of 60.
Hey,
sometimes
live fast, die middle-aged.
Exactly. That's our motto here in Miniac, LLC. No one sleeps.
Russ never sleeps.
We all try to watch movies until 5 in the morning and fall asleep during them inevitably.
Yeah. It was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. Highly recommended. Not the staying up until 6 in the morning watching part. That happened 2 days in a row. I figured today I could definitely do it because my cell phone is turbo fucked.
Turbo fucked.
So I ain't doing any of my real job today. There was no point in getting up early. I can't answer the phone if people call me, and I can't call them, and that's like 90% of my job. So I'm going to the T-Mobile store after this, and hopefully I don't spend too much money.
I'm gonna look up The Last Voyage of Demeter because I feel like this has been mentioned several times. Horror, supernatural, that's a bit of me. Yeah, we'll add it to the watch list. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that the sequel to the first Voyage of Demeter?
It might be. I mean, the name suggests that it is. I feel like I already added this to my watch list. Andre Ovredal. Oh, motherfucking this guy did The Autopsy of Jane Doe. That movie fucks, dude. That movie rocks. You want a scary fucking horror movie? Watch The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I should have like a list of movies that are genuinely scary. I kind of forget them, but that one is spooky. All right, yeah, we'll add that one to the watch list. Oh, that's the vampire one. That's Dracula. Okay, I know it's one.
Lumix Beast says, Miniac, have you watched Ice Pirates?
No, I haven't, but it's on the watch list also. As a thought, I get that, bro. I watched, there was a horror movie I watched alone. I was watching, I can't remember what it is, but I was watching it on my headphones alone in my apartment. I honestly, I couldn't finish watching it. It was so fucking terrifying. Jane Doe is amazing. Dude, I would love to watch Ice Pirates. It's on. I'm doing this thing now when I find a movie at like half-price books for cheap. Also, Rufus kept giving me shit for being a boomer buying physical media. How could you? I just got the 7A. What's the 7A?
We're talking about phones, Scott.
Oh, okay. Phones. I know nothing about phones. Have I seen The Invitation? I have seen The Invitation. It's great. It's also very good. Good thriller movie. All right. We're going to paint contrast Black Templar onto the dark gray bone, and then we'll highlight that with a mid-gray sparingly to finish off our kind of burnt bone look. And then we will shade the metallics with Nuln Oil Gloss. They're different products, and so I'm going to use them at different steps, but they're kind of like both washy products. I have the Pixel 7 and I love it, Rolls-Royce. A friend and I have a thing where whenever we meet up, we watch the worst movie we can find on Prime.
2 minutes left in the giveaway, by the way. !moist to enter if you are interested in winning a bust figure.
Soroya.
There we go. Thank you. Got to be in an area that allows you to enter raffles. Got to be a follower of the channel so we can send you a message. And you got to be here at the end, which is 1 minute 40 seconds away. Look at those first-time chatters coming out of the woodwork to try and get cool stuff. Just a follower. You don't have to be a subscriber. We appreciate it if you're a subscriber because that's how we can make the giveaways happen. But no restriction on the giveaway. The only thing is if you aren't a follower, your privacy settings can prevent us from sending you messages. So,
can you put me on the face cam for a bit and also mute my mic?
It's on the face cam, and I think your mic is muted. It wasn't.
Kick ass for the Lord.
Satiric Saint. No, excuse me, Satiric Saint. Oh yeah, we can do some Morse code. Oh damn, he turned it off right as I was gonna do it. Cam 6.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah.
Satiric Saint, coming up on 2 years. Thanks for the Prime sub, and also OSW Zenkiki. Currently building my Shatterpoint core set while watching. Fuck yeah, that game rocks. Or it seems like it rocks. What up, Miniatures Den? Salutations to you, sir. Have I seen Extro? I have not seen Extro. There was another movie someone asked me if I had seen, and I haven't seen that one either. Lumberjack Tim, Evan was watching the Song of Ice and Fire update before we went live, and I saw some very spicy looking updates to Greyjoy that I'm tentatively excited about.
Typical Scott. Only cares about updates to his faction.
Absolutely. We call our bad movie nights low IMDb parties. That's a great idea.
It's worth noting that nothing is finalized and not to get excited about anything, because anything that you latch on and get excited about, they'll change.
Okay, I painted one of the bone pieces with Black Templar just to see, and then also dried it just to see what it would look like once it was done drying. And if I can show you guys this.
Well, you can't because your camera's still connecting.
Oh, it is. I assume it's not anymore, right?
The Spain of Plastic has just subscribed, and your camera is still connecting.
Okay.
Well, now it's definitely not connecting.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
Let's pick our winner for the giveaway.
Let's do it. Well,
chat, get a drum roll going in your mind.
In your mind.
BC Legend 1220 or 1220 or 1220. Sure. Yeah, you're our winner. Congrats.
The Spain. You say the Spain of plastic?
Yeah.
I think it's the piano of plastic.
The Spain of Plastic.
Okay.
It's what it says.
Is that what it says? I thought it said the piano.
There's an S.
Oh, it says the spiano. Thespian of plastic.
Yeah, it's Thespian of Plastic, but it's also the Spain of Plastic.
It's the spian of plastic.
You know what?
If you want to be that kind of person, okay? Neither Evan or Scott can read. This is true. Hey, you guys try reading a whole book with no fucking punctuation, okay? It ain't easy. Not saying a sub's name is a whole book, but after you read a lot of them, it's like at least a chapter.
It's close enough to the Spain.
The Spian.
The Spain of Plastic.
Okay, I have this version of Nolan oil, and I'm thinking about washing the entire model with it. Not the entire model, but the silver parts and the bone parts. But I think that the new wash is very glossy, isn't it? Can chat confirm here? Emplion123 or Imp Lion, thank you for the sub. We appreciate it.
BC Legend hasn't posted in the config in the chat.
What the fuck, BC Legend?
Come on, man.
I thought washes were for bitches. Fuck! I'm a bitch. They got me.
Wrecked.
Imp Lion. Is that the gloss? No, it's not the gloss. I think this is the wash that came out when they went away with like differentiating between normal and gloss. So I think it's something in the middle, but I think it leans glossy.
The Spain of Plastic says, Miniac, have you seen Brotherhood of the Wolf? It's a French film. I think it's pretty good.
Oh.
Also,
The Spain of Plastic.
it's locked in. You're the Spain of Plastic now.
Brotherhood of the Wolf. Christopher Gans. Oh, this movie looks like it is based on not. What's the game that's really hard? Dark Souls. What? Blood something?
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne. This movie looks like it's based on Bloodborne, is it? Oh, this got some fun words in it. This looks cool.
Is it Born of Blood?
No. It's just called Brotherhood of the Wolf. It looks cool though. Would watch.
Rufus Kit says 52 Miniatures did a sketch that reminded me of Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Oh, it actually. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Brotherhood of the Wolf. Fox. Okay, gee.
Focus check.
Focus. Okay. No more remote connection, so we're gonna need to do it the old-fashioned way.
Looks good on my teeny tiny baby screen.
Probably the other way around, as the movie is fairly old. I thought it came out in the 2000s. When did Bloodborne come out? I guess that was a long time ago.
I mean, I think Bloodborne was 2014.
Okay, yeah, this is older than 2001. The top review of this movie. It's about damn time someone recognized the French countryside for what it is, a mecca of martial arts. All right,
That's true. All right, BC Legend, last call. You got 32 seconds to respond. And then I'm picking a new winner. Someone who's here and appreciates us.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Loves me.
We want to be loved, Chad. We also want you to send us your dollars. Okay, we want both things. It's a very one-sided relationship. All right. I love you, Cornflake. Don't say that if you don't mean it. I won't tell you. All right, I need to paint these wrist gauntlet things in Eshin Gray.
It would be unfortunate if the guy left right before winning.
Manifest yourself. Hey, Scott, any thoughts on Snarling Banter's new game, Majestic 13? Have you planned on having Uncle or Vince on to talk over it sometime? I thought we had something going on, but I think Vince has a lot going on in his life right now because I haven't heard anything about him coming over to play.
I talked to him a couple days ago about it because obviously I'm the one to coordinate with.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's like...
you are not the one to coordinate with.
No, I was asking him about it because I remember that we originally planned that he was going to come here after Uncle Adam's convention. What is it, TMX?
TMX happened this last weekend.
Yeah. And so that was the original plan, is that it would have been like this week that they would have been out here. But Vince had a work trip he had to do. And he'll be out here soon, hopefully.
I wasn't able to playtest the last game he made, unfortunately, but I was able to playtest this one. The last time I went to Vince's house, that was the game we were testing, if you guys happen to remember. Yeah, I had a lot to say about the game. It was a lot of fun to kind of be part of like the tail end of the development process, the giving feedback and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I'm really grateful that he invited me out to do that.
It was a lot of fun because you were like, this game sucks.
It wasn't exactly like that,
You're
but
big poopy
I was
behead.
basically like that. I was like, Vince, let me teach you how to make games, bro. Beef sauce.
If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely look at Majestic 13. It's got that like XCOM, Defenders of Earth vibe.
Men in Black vibe.
Yeah. What are they? The SCP creatures, stuff like that. It's very cool. Seems pretty fun. I watched Vince's like, I'm gonna take you through a game type battle report where he's playing.
That's good. Yeah.
It's pretty slick.
It's a boss battler. In case anyone's curious what kind of game it is, you make a squad. And then the way that we did it was me and another partner with a squad were fighting against the AI. And the AI was just a boss. And honestly, I love that. Like, I love just getting right into it, getting right into the mix of having a fun boss fight battle. Like,
most of the encounters are single creatures, or like occasionally you can have two kind of thing. It's very cool. I'm picking a new winner.
All right.
PC Tyler.
I'm a so-so
as
pro.
opposed to console Tyler.
With the authority on game design. This is true. Yes. PC Tyler is obviously the superior version of console Tyler.
Yeah. Higher resolution, more intelligent, better looking.
Ooh, Beef Saucer says that he painted his Neferata to look like she's a Necron model. That's fucking cool.
Necronata?
Necronata. Have you seen any of the latest Middle-earth minis? These aren't super up to date, but I have seen the Faramir and the Ranger models, and those models are amazing. I really like those minis. I think I already painted this gauntlet.
Come on, PC Tyler.
Don't do us dirty, PC Tyler. Hobby question. Oh my god, a hobby question?
Here, I'll read it. You keep painting.
Okay.
I was building an Outrider the other day and just got disgusted with cleaning it up. How do you get over hobby bumps?
Hobby bumps.
My lovely hobby bumps.
Nice. I don't know, honestly, how to answer your question in a totally honest way. I have this unfair advantage where my hobby is my job. And so, like, when I am like, I don't want to do it, you know, I can't just, like, go and play video games. I have to do it in a way. And I don't, so that's not like an answer for you, though. That's not like, oh, make it your job, and then you'll do it because you have to, and then you'll dislike it at times.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it's not great advice. So I don't really know. I mean, the generic advice that I always just give is just make a routine of doing your hobby, because then when your motivation goes away, your routine will replace it. And so if you just paint every day for like an hour, or more if you want to paint for more, if you're feeling it, but then just kind of continue with that routine, after like whatever 2 weeks of doing that, you'll mentally create this thing in your head that is much easier to do each and every time you do it. So that's an option. That's what I always say, though. Girl painting SCP-124, also known as Miniac, has been contained in a closed office room with a constant video surveillance. If not observed by at least 198 people, he will disappear from his containment and teleport right behind you and transform you into a miniature he immediately paints. Oh my god. Oh, am I a boss?
Yeah.
Am I a boss in Majestic 13?
SCP, baby.
Wait, so did you just make this up right now? Because if so, it's hilarious. If the hobby is your job, then what are your non-job hobbies?
Watching movies.
Watching movies, yeah. That's about it.
She's trying to turn it into a job hobby.
Don't. Please. I need this. Secure, contain, protect.
Yeah, you've seen the SCP project before, right, Scott?
I don't think so.
Oh, this is like legendary internet stuff.
Legendary internet stuff.
Let's see if I can do it justice with a brief description. SCP is a community-built it's not really narrative project, but it's a collection of anomalous creatures, both horrifying and sometimes kind of mundane, written about in a way that you would like, looking through files of monsters and stuff, exhibits enhanced strength in these situations and so on. Like if you were looking through the documents that like S.H.I.E.L.D. has on superheroes or whatever.
Okay.
But it's all like, some of it's like internet memes and other weird stuff. And so it's kind of like Wikipedia or something like that. It's community built. It's very cool. It's been around forever. Some of the stuff is truly horrifying creepypasta garbage. And other stuff is just pretty funny.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, cryptids and whatnot. Indeed. Yeah. Crowdsourced cabin in the woods monsters, but leans more sci-fi. Yeah, that is a accurate description, Memory Garden 7. I'm calling it out one more time. PC Tyler, I will re-roll this for the second time. I won't say I won't hesitate, because I'm hesitating right now. But, yeah. Schuler says, I recommend SCP-1730 based off of a location, not a monster. Very cool read. Beef Saucer, the drawing closed about 15 minutes ago. We do a drawing every time that bar on the bottom hits 50 subs on the painting streams. El Zitrus wants to know, what cake do you like, Scott?
Ooh, what cake do I like? Can I be more of a pie person? I like pie a lot.
That's what I always ask for at my birthday parties. Don't give me a cake, give me a pie.
I do like minty stuff.
A mint pie?
Yeah. Like if you like took one of those Andes mints and you turned it into a cake. Like the idea of an Andes mint. That'd be my preferred cake.
Cakesters are obviously your favorite kind of cake, right?
Obviously.
Yeah. All right, I'm re-rolling this. PC
Goddamn,
Tyler, you
PC
were
Tyler.
too busy hanging out on your PC.
How could he?
All right, third time's the charm. Alexi616 is our winner.
Is it the charm though?
See how long we can keep this streak of people not being here.
I think the further it goes on, the worse it gets, probably, right?
Theoretically. Hey, there we go. Finally.
Yay.
We found one. A real person, not a bot. Okay. Now it's time for the bit I do every time.
He's doing it.
Hey, we need your address.
He's doing it, chat.
And your email.
Let him look at him do it, chat.
And your full name.
He's being funny. Okay. While that dries, we will begin to base coat the next part. I'm gonna get some more water because I keep getting metallic bits in my brush. I can see that.
And then we can send you this Soraya. And yes, I did type that out. So yeah, Alexi, I sent you some whispers on the Discord. Not the Discord. On the config sys and the DOS setup.
Alexi.
I typed in great buns guaranteed.
Oh, my mic back.
Don't do that.
Come back. Morse code in his water cup. Oh no, he breached the containment. Okay, we need some scale 75 deep blue.
Deep.
The deepest. Cantabric blue. That's not what I want. Where's my deep blue?
Deep.
Deep. Navy blue. Man, there are so many blues in this range. It's incredible. This seems like deep blue. Oh God. Did I play Darktide? I didn't, but I've heard that it's got some updates recently that have made it more fun to play. Cantabric blue is a great color. I use it all the time. It seems like a really nice color. That's like another step up from deep blue. It's like abyssal blue, deep blue, navy blue, cantabric blue. Those are all like a nice increase in value in the kind of navy blue, dark blue range. That water cup is a sexy beast. Thank you. Have I tried Bolt Gun? I have not tried Bolt Gun. I haven't played it yet. Although I'll be very honest. The game is a very obvious skin of Doom with a 40K exterior. Or it's a very obvious skin of Doom. That's all I had to say. So I'm not like super enthusiastic about playing it, just because I've already played Doom. It's probably the better game. So yeah. Pancake Fight Club. Thanks for the sub.
Oh,
will
whoops. Yeah,
likely be underwhelmed. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but you know, I don't know. I've judged games before and been wrong, so who knows? Maybe the game is fucking insanely good. Okay. I think while we're also washing things, I will also do a Seraphim Sepia wash on all the fabric. And I'm going to, I was thinking about with the deep blue, that's why I got it out. I was thinking of painting her, like our piece of fabric that's closest to her waistline. She has like 3 tiers of fabric. 1, 2, 3. I was thinking about doing that in the blue, but there's a ton of post text that's kind of covering that area right there, so I'll wait.
PC Tyler. Oh, dang, I won earlier, but I was AFK.
Whoops.
Ooh, that's rough, buddy.
Eons of Bounces. I have judged movies before and been wrong. Hellraiser. So rude. Can you read Beef Saucer's comment, Evan?
Beef saucer?
Beef Saucer. He's the sauciest beefer.
I'm pretty sure it's Beef's Saucer.
Okay, yeah, it's probably Beef Saucer.
Yeah. Scott, so maybe you can give me a nudge to get out of my painting dry spell of 2 years.
Oh my God, you're dying!
I have a Primaris Chaplain I want to paint and convert to a Chaos Deserter going back shield. Sure. But I love the Chaos Black Primer. How do I paint it and still keep the cool black color? Oh, I lost it. Hang on. The cool black color somehow, and just add blood red details? Or do I go gray and just keep the black in the recesses?
Go black and keep the red. Go gray and keep the red in the recesses.
Black in the recess. I think what they're really asking is, how do I paint black and have it read well, or should I just go up to gray? Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what that seems to boil down to me. Beef Saucer says correct.
How do I paint?
How do I paint minis?
Fuck. Got a whole YouTube channel dedicated to that idea.
That's true. No,
So the question is how to paint black?
pretty much. I mean, like, he likes how the black primer looks, and he doesn't want to lose that as he highlight. You know, like, it's hard to make things read as black.
What is he painting? What was he painting?
Chaos Space Marine, I think. Chaos Warrior, Chaos something.
Yeah.
Primaris Chaplain, I want to paint and convert to a Chaos Deserter going Black Shield.
Yeah. It's hard, honestly. I oftentimes feel like painting anything on top of a satin black will not make it look better until you have spent a lot of time on the model. You could do things like dry brush it, if you're good at dry brushing, I feel like, and then wash it with black to kind of knock down some of the potential dustiness you get when dry brushing incorrectly. And also kind of get back some recessed shading when you wash it. I think a combination of maybe using, what if you did this? What if you started with your Chaos Black undercoat, you did some good dry brushing, like watch a modern dry brushing tutorial, like from the last 2 years. And then wash it maybe with like a 50-50 mix of Black Templar and whatever the medium is, or water, just because you don't want to totally destroy all of your dry brushing, but you do want to get some darkening. Or actually, fuck that. Use the new wash that's glossy. You'll get back that satin look. You'll dull everything down. You'll get recessed shading with the wash, and it'll look satin. So get best of both worlds. It'll look satin, and also you'll have a little bit of a buildup of highlight. How about that? Is that an option?
Sure.
Yeah, it's hard.
The Broken Bristles says, can't stay for long, but my brush coffin showed up today. It really inspires me to paint more minis.
Hell yeah.
Some of those brush coffins are out there in the wild, huh?
Yeah, they accidentally got shipped
Pre-release.
before I actually charged for shipping. So,
Winner, chicken dinner.
yeah. Someone asked me my opinions on Iron Painter speed paint and washes. They're pretty damn good. I use them very regularly.
I haven't had a chance to actually hands-on with the speed paint 2.0s, but I liked the 1.0s just fine.
Yeah.
And their washes are fine. They work good. They have lots of colors.
All things true.
I want to try the Army Painter dip method at some point. The old school Army Painter.
Comes in like a giant oil container.
Yeah, exactly. The big old Tubbo varnish.
Yes.
Base coat your mini, solid blocks of color, grab it with the pliers, dunk it. Boom.
Boom. Boom roasted.
Yeah, I can totally see that. Necrojo says, I did that for 300 plus undead. Yeah, painting like a box of Zombicide or something like that.
Yeah.
Great way to plow through a bunch of the same minis over and over for a board game or whatever.
That's definitely true.
Maybe I'll do that for the bad guys in the Deep Rock Galactic box. Because they're just bugs that aren't super detailed.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. There's like the original Zombicide tutorial on Sarastro's YouTube channel has him using that dip method of wash.
The dunk.
And with a little bit of, what's it called? Oh, matte varnish. It like looks really incredibly good. I think honestly, when a wash has a long dry time, it's like a super good thing for it. It dries really slowly. It can settle nicely. You can manipulate the surface for a long time. Like this is a lot of good reasons why a wash should have a longer dry time. Oh, the rock and stone in chat. You guys gotta relax. That game can't be that good.
Yes, it can.
Dwarves!
In space. New patch just dropped.
Is it litty?
I mean, it's pretty good. The key with that game is every other game does like, oh yeah, we're doing a new season pass, pay us $20. You know what DRG does?
Just give you the game for free.
Yeah, new season pass, it's free. Here you go.
Dude, that's the way I felt about V Rising. They put out this new update called Gloomrot, and it's this whole new zone, new bosses to kill, and it's just like free. And I was like, whoa.
Is V Rising officially released, or is it technically early access?
It's still early. I don't know what their deal is.
So it's common for early access games to do this, where they're saying we're still building the content, like Rogue Legacy 2, where it's like each update is adding new biomes and new guys, and Hades did the same thing. And then the final game comes out, and they either say we're done, or everything from here on out that we do make for the game is DLC. Like new content wise.
Yeah.
Except Rogue Legacy released like another couple of classes after release because they were pretty cool. But DRG's been like officially out for like 4 years now, or 3 years. It's just like, yeah, we added a whole new game type and enemies and a ton of cosmetics you just earn by playing. There are paid cosmetics, but it's a very, 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 very small portion of the cosmetics in the game.
Good guy DRG.
Yeah, Ghost Ship Games is pretty cool. I'm very hopeful that the board game is solid. So certainly a nice big hefty box, which is always a good sign.
V Rising expansion should be free. It's in early access. You already paid for the game. I do realize that, but it's just not something that I'm used to. You know, in the current age of microtransactions and free games. It's like, a heavy content update that's free. I just wasn't expecting it, but I'm very happy. Me and my friend are gonna play through it like it's a single player game. The new content update this Thursday. Star Citizen's been in early access for like a decade. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that.
It's true. Star Citizen's pretty neat.
It seems pretty neat, but it also seems like kind of a scam.
It's Sisyphus in the boulder, man. They're definitely making progress, but it's like, man, that is a big lift. I check in on it every about year or so, and the game has changed a lot over time and has gotten way, way more complex and bigger and cooler. But it's also like the ultimate example of scope creep ever of all time.
See ya. The fact that Scott likes V Rising and doesn't like Diablo is blowing my mind. Is it actually blowing your mind at the thought? Have you played both games? Because they're very, very different. They're very different. They're very different.
I'm gonna not agree with the very. They're different, but they're not very different.
Okay, sure. They're like the same. They're a similar genre of video game, but like the actual things you do in the games are like they're very different. Because like V Rising, the combat system in that game, totally uncomparable to Diablo's action RPG.
Well,
it is. It's just,
pretty comparable.
Diablo is. I fall asleep playing Diablo, literally. I do not fall asleep playing V Rising and Battle Right. Those games have very compelling, interesting combat games. They're not. I'm waiting for a cooldown to finish, and then I use the button, and then I make sure I use the health pot at the right time, or else I'll die. Like it's a.
I agree. V Rising is a more involved combat game, but I'm just saying, like, there are a lot of ways in which you can compare them.
Oh, for sure. But like as I was saying, it blew his mind. V Rising just ripped off Diablo's combat. You're joking right now, dude. You are joking.
I think he is.
Okay. I can't tell. I when it comes to detecting sarcasm, I'm a fucking idiot. But also you build a base in V Rising, and you don't do that in Diablo. But I agree to a certain extent. I wish that, I don't know, it makes sense for me to enjoy Diablo if I also like V Rising. But yeah, it's all about that combat.
I don't know, maybe Diablo 4 has the juice that you're looking for.
The juice. I mean, maybe it does. I haven't played it, so I don't fucking know.
I played the, what did they call it? The server slam. And I enjoyed it. I clicked on things. It was pretty good. There was a bit of the waiting for cooldown stuff, although the boss that they had, the world boss, I think they're calling him for this. I don't know, whatever. Definitely had a more involved combat where you're running around avoiding all the crap flying all over the place and not getting to hit them.
That's good. That's honestly good.
Hades, I would actually say, is legitimately nothing like Diablo. Other than that, it's in an isometric perspective. Hades is an action game, not an action RPG. Mycelium Vein says, Scott, the fabric looks amazing. Specifically that brown blending.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm like putting down a line of skeleton horde contrast paint, cleaning my brush, and then feathering the border of it, and it's working pretty well if I like work quickly. I think if I don't work quickly, then I'm gonna run into problems with blending, but if I work fast, it's good.
Problems with blending is my new Instagram name.
Is it?
No.
I'm adding some streaks now too, because it's so like her dress is so large that it could use some blending, but it could also use some fun texture down the length of it. You know, it's a long dress. She probably gets it caught on stuff and gets nasty. Sorry, I meant, is V-Rising more like Hades or Diablo or neither? Oh. It's not really like either. Yeah, they're different games. Hades is a rogue light with progression that's really fun, very engaging combat, interesting story. V-Rising is more like Don't Starve, and Diablo had a baby, so like you're trying to survive. There isn't like something that's constantly coming to attack you, but the environment is very much so against you. You're building a base to survive in. It's multiplayer or single player. It has a PvP element that's similar to Age of Reckoning, if you played that MMORPG. It's like if World of Warcraft had like if the PvP servers was a whole ass game, that's kind of like what V-Rising is.
Yeah, V-Rising's pretty cool.
Start the rogue-like versus rogue-lite debate.
It's really much of a debate.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was. I mean, I guess all I really know about the debate is what you've told me the difference between roguelite and roguelike is.
Yeah, I mean, a quote-unquote true roguelike game doesn't have any sort of progression to it at all, other than maybe story unlocks, like, you know, where you're progressing through multiple arcs or whatever, but you don't have like unlockable weapons or whatever choices, upgrades. Shard 72581 says, God, why did my notifications for your streams get turned off? Well, I also send out a notification on the Discord when we go live, and you are a subscriber, so you should be in the Discord.
What the heck?
And that would also let you know that things are happening.
That is back to the Pathfinder Abomination Vault game on Kickstarter. It could be an interesting alternative to Diablo. Huh. Loved running Abomination Vaults. Excited to see it as an action RPG. Would you guys consider Path of Exile to be an action RPG?
Yeah.
What's the other one? That's like the newer version of PoE?
Path of Exile 2.
What's the other one?
There's a lot of action RPGs.
Yes, LMAO. The other one that's basically D&D.
It's basically D&D.
Yeah. Not last. Maybe the one I'm playing is Path of Exile, or I wasn't playing it, but a friend wanted me to play it.
Path of Exile is very big and free.
What's the one where like the elves eat people? Baldur's Gate, is that it? Divinity Original Sin, that's what it is. Thank you,
Divinity,
Amos
yeah.
Dean.
That is not an action RPG.
Is that not? Okay. What's the difference?
So an action RPG, generally speaking, you can't pause combat. It is not based off of dice rolls in that way. It is not any of that stuff. It is just literally you have abilities and you click on things. And it's cookie clicker, but with cool skin on it. So old school RPGs, non-action RPGs, the combat at its core is like basically turn-based or action point-based or something like that. Yeah, ARPG versus CRPG.
Gotcha.
I
wasn't big into Divinity Original Sin.
Divinity is awesome, but it's a tactics-based game rather than an action-based game.
Yeah.
And you can crank the difficulty on that to the point that it's just absolutely a brutal puzzle every time you get in any sort of fight. Also, Divinity Original Sins 2's last fight on the starter island, the prison island, is such an insane jump in difficulty that I almost rage quit that game forever. Where it's like the rest of it, you're not like necessarily cruising through it, but you're like, yeah, I'm kind of getting the hang of this. And then the last fight is just like, you thought you knew how to play the game? Fuck you. You're done. I wiped on that fight probably like 20 times before I figured out what to do. And then I had to do that like 2 times because, I got unlucky and I missed a blind or whatever. Yeah. Big fan of that game, though. They're the ones actually making the D&D game that's being made right now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's kind of weird how I don't necessarily like video games that are turn-based, but obviously I play tabletop games which are inherently turn-based. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Divinity just because it was, kind of slower paced. You're chatting with people more. The combat is turn based as opposed to being live action. But I haven't tried out Baldur's Gate or PoE.
The other big thing about action RPGs is, and this isn't always true, but generally speaking, you only play as one character.
I love that. That's what I want. I actually hate how in Trine you have to play as other characters to progress through the puzzles. I want to like have one person and be good at that one person and like have that thing feel like I own it. Like this is my class, my character. I chose how it progressed.
Well, I mean it's the fundamental difference between something like I'm trying to think of a good analogy here. Again, tabletop. But like, if you're playing a war game, you're managing a whole squad of different things. Whereas with like a board game, like Super Fantasy Brawl, you pick like 1, 2, or 3 characters. Kind of thing.
Yes.
Street Fighter game, there you go. That's one where you just have a character.
Indeed. Adathought says, okay, last Diablo question before I head out for my Tuesday afternoon job. Did you ever watch D4's cinematic reveal? Even if you don't like the game.
Oh, yeah, you will love that cinematic.
I haven't, and I mean, I have a history of loving fucking Blizzard cinematics, because even the ones in Warcraft 3 were fucking amazing.
Yeah, they were.
And they're still amazing. They're still amazing right now.
I sent you that side-by-side of the original teaser trailer for Warcraft 3 and then the Warcraft 3 remake or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like they did a shot-for-shot remake other than one change, and that one change pissed me off. Where it's like the original timing and framing was better. God damn it.
Dude, the Legacy of Void cinematic is just godlike. You should watch it. I will. Ash, saw you've been streaming Flesh and Blood. Wait.
Streaming?
What does that full comment say?
Saw you've been streaming Flesh and Blood. I've been kind of getting into it. Any tips for a pleb spelled wrong that has never played a TCG game?
I don't know if I'm the right person to ask, but what we have been doing that I've been enjoying is buying Blitz decks, which are $12 MSRP a pop. You can get them for cheaper on TCG Player if you don't have an LGS close to you. And we've been just using that. We've just been playing with the Blitz decks, and it's a lot of fun, honestly.
I am undefeated.
Yeah, Evan's undefeated. He's a god.
Yep. Every game I play, I win. Yep. Pog, etc.
It's really fun though. I really am enjoying playing it, and we are considering getting into doing a limited version of the game where you buy 24 packs. Each person, there's 4 players. Each person gets 6 boosters, and you build a deck out of that booster, and then you just play with the people there. But we haven't done that yet. We've been just playing with the Blitz decks, and it's a lot of fun. Rainy Animation says, I worked on the D4 cinematics. I hope you enjoy them. I'm sure I will. They're always so great. Your guys' standard for what makes a good cinematic is incredibly high, and it's been high since I was a fucking 8-year-old.
Yeah, and the opening cinematic for D4, if that holds through the whole game, that's going to be maybe the highlight of the whole thing for me, honestly.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The opening one is just fucking awesome.
Huddleston doesn't like TCG Player. Do we hate TCG Player?
I don't know.
Is it because it's cheaper than game stores? Taking away sales, perhaps?
I don't know.
They're
union busting. I didn't know that.
Is Flesh and Blood a traditional TCG in the sense you need to buy boosters or random cards to order and build your collection? Yes, it is. But you can play it in a way that makes it more like an LCG or whatever the fucking generic term for that is. If you just play with Blitz decks, which is what we do. And also it makes the game faster.
The Blitz decks, yeah, exactly. You play a truncated version of the game because you have half as many hit points or health points or health pool or whatever they call it, life points. And you get pre-constructed decks, and most of them seem to work pretty good.
Yeah, we haven't really had an issue with any of them being like, wow, this deck sucks. Like, the win rates seem to be pretty split up.
Yeah. And yeah, they're all the same price. They're $11.99 or something like that.
Yes.
And yeah,
I think older ones are cheaper, but yeah.
May be correct. Or that might just be marked down at our friendly local game store.
That could be true too.
And yeah, you can play it fully pre-constructed that way. You just have to have a friendly agreement with your opponent, because Blitz is a constructed format as well.
It is.
You can build a Blitz deck, or you can just buy one of the, hey, it's a Blitz deck in a box kind of thing. Kind of like Commander and Magic, where you can buy pre-made Commander decks, or you can build a Commander deck. And if you build a Commander deck, you can be like some friends of ours and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a deck and destroy yourself.
Haven't got there yet.
No.
What's a union buster? What does that mean?
Union busting would be doing things to avoid the formation of a union in your business, as in like closing locations, firing people, doing shady crap, that sort of stuff.
Oh.
Union busting, broadly, bad, anti-worker. If that's true, that's bad. If it's not true, well, I didn't say it, the chat did.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see some examples so we can judge accordingly.
Yeah, spreading anti-union literature, trying to stop people voting for a union, that kind of stuff. Also,
gotcha. Thank you, chat. Always appreciate you guys keeping me honest. Some people at the game store were talking about getting surgery versus buying more Magic, and I was like, oh no! Yeah, that's rough!
Well, like, selling organs is illegal in the United States, but, you know, maybe I could go to another country and sell my kidney, and then I could afford to play Magic for a while.
Oh, someone asked me what my favorite Blitz deck is, and it is Levia, the Shadow Brute. She's so much fun to play. I don't know why. I love the big swings. I love the I'm hitting you for 11 damage with Dominate. Like, have fun taking 7.
I'm really enjoying playing Chain.
Chain. He's off the chain.
He's off the chain, yo. I like the I'm gonna put a whole bunch of stuff into my banish zone, and if I don't kill you this turn, I lose the game.
Yes, both Chain and Levia are blood debt decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gilded Lion minis. I mean, I don't want to like get you in a game that's gonna be financially ruinous for you, but you just buy 2 decks. So like, okay, there is a Rhinar and a Dorinthia starter set that is $50, and that is ludicrous. Do not buy that. I bought that and I regret it, if I'm being totally honest. Just buy two Blitz decks from the same set. Like I forget what the names of the sets are, but
yeah, there's like Monarch and so on.
Yeah. There are Blitz videos on the Flesh and Blood site, and they have pairings that are like really good against each other. Like Chain and Prism, for instance, I believe are very good. They're very good against each other. I would just buy 2 of those, get a friend, be like, hey, let's try this game out. The base rules are very simple, but they explode those rules in a very complex way.
I believe Curtis played Prism against me, and that game ended with me having 1 health and winning the game.
Yeah, a shocking number of games end in one player having 1 health. It's incredible. It gets so close, and like we're not even good at the game. And
Speak for yourself, Scott.
All right, everyone else other than Evan isn't good at the game. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We were really enjoying it. I don't really know how to compare it to Magic. I played Magic a little bit, but we've been having a lot of fun. Or at least I have been having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I came over here after the last stream ended to play with these boys.
We played Kill Team and then played Flesh and Blood immediately after.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
I keep wanting to get into Netrunner. Oh yeah, dude. Netrunner is fucking...
Netrunner is dope.
I love a game that tries to do asymmetry in like a big way, in like an actual real big way.
The deck building in that game is really funky and fun. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I would really like to get into it, but I'm not free on a lot of those nights at the store.
The Netrunner nights.
I want to support that. I also like that it's a community-built game at this point.
Yeah. I also play that game like it is a living card game. Legitimately, right? I'm pretty sure they own the rights to that term, Fantasy Flight. But they don't. Oh, I guess it isn't because they don't make that game anymore.
I don't know. That it's sort of in that complex territory. They don't actually like sell the game.
But it was an LCG when it was a game.
Oh yeah. It existed as a game. I'm sorry. I'm saying the community doesn't actually sell the game.
Yeah.
It's like the community makes these community fan cards that you can buy. In the sense of you just go to the print on demand site and click, I want to have these sent to me.
Gotcha.
There's like no, I don't know. And then of course Netrunner only exists because they had a Cyberpunk card game, but then FFG's license for Cyberpunk ended, and they were like, well, we'll just file off the serial numbers and make Netrunner. Got it. It's fixed. It's the next edition.
Someone said, listen, I just reset my password to something else I'm never going to remember in order to get my notifications on your stream and join Discord. What else do I need to do to prove my love for you? Are you struggling to get into the Discord, Shard? It was someone asking how it compares to Magic the Gathering. Oh, I think I just brought it up. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Mike says, apparently I had some store credit on TCG Player, and so I've given the Busting Fucks $2 for my Bolton set. See you punks at Adepticon Fab Fest 2024.
Yeah, we're not even going to play miniature games at Adepticon next year.
Everyone's just playing pre-con Blitz decks. Let's go.
It's
the pre-con.
In our friend group, I saw more card games played than miniatures games.
This is true. Yeah, lately it has been that way.
John and Vince are both Magic fiends.
Yeah, they're both nuts. Yeah, before John left to go and play, or not play, but paint at TMX, me and him got 2 games in. And he played Katsu, and I played Levaya, which are just the like total opposite end of the spectrum characters. And I've never played against a rogue that was so complicated. His deck, Katsu, was the most complex assassin rogue I've ever played against. It was really cool. He won a game and I won a game. It was fun. What do you think of that Disney card game that's coming out, Lorcana? I have no idea about anything with it, but it seems interesting. People have been kind of giving it some high praise. Huddleston bringing an AOS army. I volunteer Evan to play you with his dragons. If they're still
By then
good.
I'll be running a whole different Stormcast army.
I know. If they're still good. If they're bad, then I don't commit him to that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Any thoughts on the Ultra Krill paint? None yet, but I do have. I did email them asking them to send me some paints to try out because Alex Does Minis, otherwise known as Alex Dos Santos, spoke so highly of that paint range. And so I kind of flexed my YouTuber muscles and was like, "Hey, can I try it out for no strings attached?" And they were like, "Yes." There's a Highlander CCG. What's your opinion on Lethal Shadows paint scythe? I have no fucking clue what that is. Is that a painting methodology? I have no idea. I'm lost. Help me.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Just doing some gold highlights right now. We did some silver highlights. I know I'm getting some gold on the edges of the bone, but I'll clean that up with a bone highlight. Alamo6 with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, sir. It's a paintbrush. Oh, wow. I thought it was a weapon. I haven't used it. I don't know. I would assume with a name like that, it's pretty bad. But, that's just me judging a book by its cover. I have no idea, though. Thank you for the gifted subs, Alamo. If you guys want to support this stream, the best way to do that is with subs or also with buying things on the merch store. If you're like Ash and you come through and donate every once in a while, you can instead donate your money to my web store. In exchange, get an item. And also while checking out on the web store, you can put in your Twitch username and also a little message, and it'll appear on stream when you buy something on Twitch. And so you can get something for your money as opposed to just donating it. But as a sub, you also get stuff for your money beyond just a fun icon next to your name on Twitch. You also get access to my Discord server, where there's a lot of fun things going on, like a fun painting challenge where you get awarded with points for your painted models, and there's like a leaderboard to see who's painted the most stuff. There are quarterly challenges. The one right now is
comic book style. Illustration style.
Already did it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Scott actually participated in the challenge.
I participated, I think, twice.
Yeah, you did this one, and you did the 30 or 10-minute, 30-minute,
Yes.
3 hours or whatever it was.
Yes. Do I have a UK/Europe store? Dude, I don't, but I am working on that right now. I have meetings set up with third-party fulfillment places just to see like if it would be worth it for me to do that. I'm kind of curious what their prices are and stuff like that. So not yet, but maybe soon. $20 machined aluminum painting handle, and you buy tips that slot into it. I'm not sure $10 for 3 synthetic tips is a good idea. Hold on, look this up. Can we look this up?
What am I looking up?
This brush called something scythe. I like the idea. It's called the paint scythe. I believe it's a Kickstarter. Do you own any Rune Wars minis? I think I do.
Oh. It's not a Kickstarter.
It's a modular paintbrush system. Okay, so it's very different.
Yeah.
The Pizza Boy video was iconic. So good. Thank you, Cornflake Justice.
Why does the browser source always break?
Sorry about what did someone say? Yeah, no short shorts.
Modular.
There's a motherfucking spring? What?
Clicky?
Okay, so there's a spring and you put it. So you is there a video of this? Okay, this is helpful. Unscrew the pen. Put the new brush tip into the okay, so it goes through the metal thing. The spring holds it in tension. The front screw front section with the pen. Why? Is this to reduce waste or something? What did they say? Did they say why they do this? What's the mission statement of the business?
Mission statement of the business.
Or, okay, it's not on Kickstarter campaigns. Shocker.
Welcome to the last paintbrush you'll ever need. Well, I mean, you're still buying paintbrushes.
You're buying the thing that gets used and worn.
Environmentally friendly alternative to traditional brushes, which would produce more waste when replacing them.
Okay, so
Yep,
it's a waste
okay.
thing. All right. This is a super valid product. As long as they make good brushes, I appreciate that they're actually innovating and changing the game. Alexi616, thank you for the sub, appreciate it. The spring is in there because it holds the tip in tension, because it pushes the tip into the ferrule, which then captures it. That's how they fasten the tip in place. I guess, I mean, like, if you wanted to criticize, you could say that springs are kind of like a material that wears out and you need to replace eventually, but that's not much of a critique at all. Jerry was using it on the Penny Arcade a couple weeks ago. Cool.
On the Penny Arcade, on the TV.
On the TV.
I like watching painters on that Twitch.tv.
Cool.
They paint the things from the Warhammers.
The Warhams.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty neat, and I think the other key thing is when I look at the pictures, I'm like, oh, I bet this thing costs like $80. You know what I mean? Like, it's a hobby product that's just trying to make something more expensive to get more of my money. Nope, it's $20.
Yeah, that's
Totally
nice.
reasonable.
That's nice. Is it a synthetic brush?
High quality synthetic fibers that are cruelty free and a humane option which keeps the sharp tip just as well as sable hair. Bold claim. I'd like to see it backed up.
Oh, check out the scepter. What's that in the gear section?
Scepter?
That says Mr. Mike Genie.
Scepter. The paint scepter. What? Okay. Sure. Hang on. There we go. Boom.
Oh my.
It is.
Okay.
Now we found something that Scott's interested in.
Yeah. I mean, if I was gonna make a painting handle, it was going to be based on the jeweler's vice system that has holes in the top that you put pegs into, so you can captivate a model's base. In the example picture, it shows them gripping like the underside pegs of a GW base, which I wouldn't be super confident in. Maybe that works. I wonder if the inside of the jaws have like a little bit of like knurling on them to kind of increase the grippiness.
A little bit of bite.
Yeah, this was the idea that I had for a painting handle, but a little bit different because I didn't like how like the pins for the jaw stick out super far and they would kind of get in your way for like holding on to something. They'd kind of be in the way. But this is where I started with my paint handle idea. This is nuts. Yeah, this is kind of crazy.
And you can see that it has some upward protruding attachments for if you need to grip a base by the base rim, it looks like to me.
Crit like you mean it. What does this cost? This costs $60?
60.
Woo! God diggity damn!
But you got a ball head and stuff, yeah.
It's got a ball head in it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a ball head?
Yeah. Look at the
Where do you loosen it? Oh, it's just a tension one.
Yeah, maybe it's the main handle versus the top is just a screw connection that puts it under tension.
$60 is a lot of money. A lot of money for a nice handle. I think if it's gonna be $60, it needs to be. I don't know.
Seems about right. I would say 50 before the pandemic. But it's machined aluminum.
Yeah, it's very fancy.
Head tilts 45 degrees in all directions and 90 degrees in one direction. Made solid milled aluminum and stainless steel. More photos to come. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Interesting.
They also sell dice
Dice.
for $60. But these are liquid core dice.
Is that par for the course for fancy dice? I'd never buy dice.
Yeah, for liquid filled dice and stuff. Yeah. Where is my button for the thing that I want? No.
My button for the thing that I want.
There we go.
All right. Let's do some more highlights. We'll use AK's natural steel to highlight the silver, and then we'll use Peridot alchemy to highlight the gold. For 60 euros, I could get like 6 kilos of monosodium glutamate. What a comparison. The painting girl. I mean, yeah, wow. I could get so much rice for $60. Like, I don't know. Got him. North of the Border has that same handle DIY version. Ooh, North of the Border. The handle does not look any more comfortable than just holding the base. It's so narrow. Always love a bit of knurling. You can get it. That's what I'm saying. The jeweler's handles. I haven't seen a jeweler's handles for $10 though. That seems very cheap. Empty pill bottles are free. I mean, okay, guys, we can't compare the cost and be like, this thing is free, ergo it is better. If it's $60 bucks.
That's why I go out and I collect natural things that have pigmentation to them and make my own paint for free.
Yeah, right. Evan has a good point here. Obviously, he's saying that if it provides value equal to the cost, then it's worth it. But it's hard to say. You know, we don't know because I haven't used it yet. Richard Need says that I was missed at TMX. Thank you, Richard. I hope it was a fun time regardless, though. Because Sam was there, John was there, Vince was there, Adam was there. It's a good time. I'm ashamed to say I use empty yogurt cups. You should be ashamed. How could you? Nobody needs a painting handle. Just throw the mini in your mouth, gargle some paint, bam. Oh my God. That is a YouTube short fucking waiting to happen. Put the model in your mouth, put the paint in your mouth, and fucking gargle it and spit it out. Ah, man. Who said that? Blue985. With your permission, I'm gonna put that idea on my YouTube Shorts list because that's a fucking bit of me, dude. That's hilarious. I'll wait. Do it, man. No worries. All right. Fuck yeah. Video ideas. Where's that doc? Where's that doc at? That is hilarious. Paint gargling is where Scott is inevitably going to graduate to from brush licking. Why are you gonna call me out so brutally? It's so true.
So true.
I use upside down paint plastic shot glasses as handles. That works too. What consumables can you color a mini with? Kool-Aid, mouthwash, beets. Prime a model red. Eat a beet. While you're still eating the beet, put the model in your mouth. It will come out pink.
Yeah, easy. There's another trick you can use for brown.
What is that trick, Evan? Does it involve shitting?
Yes, it involves big boopy.
Slugonic says $1 billion clown farm may have already done a mouth model paint gargling video. Fuck. Okay. That YouTube channel, you guys should not sleep on that YouTube channel. It has some bizarre bangers in it. It was okay. Paint, gargle, mini, mouth. Done. That video is very, very funny. Ooh, long comment.
Rare Candy Creation says, "Hey Scott, long-time listener, first-time caller, no, long-time lurker, and huge fan of the channel and the podcast. Fellow goody peepee here. Got into mini painting 6 months ago and learned so much from you. One of the best channels in terms of production value, tutorials, and humor. Greeting from Nottingham, UK, Adam."
Hey, what up? Thank you for saying all the nice things. I really appreciate it. Thanks for making it out of the stream.
Spanish man love knows what's up. Do the bit from The Simpsons where you paint a model by putting pigment in a shotgun shell. Homer's best invention, the makeup shotgun.
The makeup shotgun. That sounds fun. Yeah, that's basically the same thing.
Wow, it's fully stocked.
Fully stocked. Yeah, I know. I stocked it this morning.
So correct.
And now you're gonna ruin it.
Just for a moment.
You could do a Jackson Pollock. Ah, okay, there you go.
It's like a statement on capital.
Is it? Brap chop. Hello, fellow Nottinghammer. We got a bunch of Nottinghammers in chat right now.
Oh, this is.
Oh.
I was gonna say, you missed that for mail.
That's for Dan.
Whoa. Chat, you know what time it is? Damn right, Rufus Kit.
What would Amber put me in the ground for? Almost 420? Nice. I'm gonna do some scratchy highlights on the flat of this blade. It's kind of hard to highlight flat blades and stuff, so try to like do it with some texture. Made a dark joke about Jackson Pollock and the violent alcoholic. Okay. Necro Joe says Morbin time? About 2 p.m. Mountain Time. All right. We got some jokesters. A little edge highlighting.
That's an interesting tip, Blue Nine. Blue Nine says, pro tip. If you go to a weed shop, they often sell silicone weed containers. Those weed containers are amazing for keeping custom paint mixes fresh. Makes sense.
I'm trying to think of the silicone containers that you're referring to.
Lumix Beast says, do the miniature painting version of Telephone. The telephone game, that is.
Where you paint a scheme.
And then describe it to someone and they try to paint the same scheme.
That could be pretty funny.
And then someone else describes that theme to someone else.
You need someone who's bad at describing paint schemes. And then that will be funny. Because you want it to go off the rails, right? Get a colorblind guy. There you go. There's the fucking catch. Just get someone who doesn't know how to, who is incapable of describing the color scheme. Oh, can we put a poll in chat for something?
Uh-huh.
All right, here is the question that I want to ask chat. Maybe I don't want to ask chat this question, actually. It's about the most recent skit and whether or not they think that'd be funny or just inappropriate. I don't know how to ask the question to get an honest answer. Get Amber to describe it.
We don't want to spoil anything, do we?
I guess we don't. Okay. Got some nice scratchy highlights. And I will do some gold highlights with Peridot Alchemy.
Chavenger says, do you actually think you can offend your audience?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe not this audience. The live Twitch viewers kind of, I feel like, are more plugged into our style and sense of humor than most.
Yeah.
But the audience is bigger than just us right now.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Crazy Vazy with the 5 subs. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. All right, Peridot Alchemy. For the gold highlights. Pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Mike Genie says, I think Scott's more worried about us being chuckle fucks and not giving him a straight answer more than offending us.
No. I feel like if I were to ask the question, I would frame it in such a way that would increase the likelihood of me getting a yes out of people, because I've already invested the time in making the narrative short, and I don't want to hear a no, because that means I just can't make my video. So I feel like I'm trying to think of an honest way to ask the question that will basically be the best example of a viewer watching the video for the first time ever and being like, wow, this is distasteful, or wow, this is hilarious. These jokes are landing and it's great. Comedy is hard. I'm not even a comedian. I can't even imagine how difficult it is for someone who's actually a comedian. But it's like, it's challenging to know where you can cross a line and where you can't cross a line and what's out of bounds. I don't know about other people, but
I think I know how to do it. Hang on.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure you guys wouldn't fuck around at all. Scott is 2023. Everything offends everyone. I understand that. I get that. Blue Knight's a jackass, not an asshole. Big difference. Okay. All right, let's do some gold highlights with some Peridot Alchemy. Easiest rule of thumb.
Why am I so limited in how many words I can use? Okay, hang on.
Crazy Vazy with another gifted sub. Thank you.
I gotta be really precise with my language.
I got a 5-minute skit about dead puppies. Luckily, we haven't done that.
Yeah, we filmed a on tape version of the Aristocrats joke. I don't know if Scott gets that or not, but
The Aristocats joke? I know what the Aristocats are.
oh my god.
Okay, I mean,
The Aristocats is different from aristocrats.
yeah. I'm sorry if I said Aristocrats. I do know the Aristocats movie.
That is a different thing than what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I think chat, I can't see it right now because I'm trying to write this damn poll, but I have a feeling chat knows what I'm talking about.
Ooh, that looks so nice. Love it. Oh, it's a Bob Saget joke? Okay.
That's a classic.
It's probably pretty filthy. Didn't Bob Saget pass away?
Yeah, he did.
Damn.
He wasn't that old either. He was like 66.
Ooh, nice gold. Freak accident, slipped, hit his head, and never woke up. Damn, dude. Or it's drugs. Who knows?
God, it's like the original Twitter.
So blingy and gold, love it. I stick to soft drugs. Same. Ragalac. Like Oreo Kicksters, okay. Talking about different soft drugs.
There we go. I did it. I got there.
Okay.
The question in chat is joking about things like support groups or treatment okay? I think that's broad enough.
Sure. Nothing but organic free range meth for me. If it's not small batch, why bother?
That's
small
true.
batch, free organic, free range organic meth. Context. The context is taking something that is addictive and a typical addictive thing and putting it in the framework of miniature painting. So you're replacing the object of the addiction with a miniature painting one, and you're riffing on that.
Don't say too much.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. There's like
I
100.
know, I'm just fucking around.
There's 200 people here. It doesn't really matter if people are gonna,
They're all gonna go on Twitter and share it.
Yeah. Crag the Lad, thanks to the Prime sub. So a miniature painting version of AA. Maybe. Like if you're in a straitjacket and John's in a suit talking about mini painting addiction, that's funny.
That would be pretty funny.
Are you making fun of addiction? I'm making fun of the addiction in the context of miniature painting. Like it's the miniature painting addiction that I'm making fun of, not the not addiction in general. People have been calling minis plastic crack for decades.
That's true. The sketch is not like laughing at LOL, can you believe that these people don't have the willpower to not be addicted to things? My favorite kind of stream content,
Yeah.
where Scott just reads chat as it goes by.
I'm trying to figure out if I can get an answer. I'm not sure that I can. I think I'm just never gonna feel confident. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna put out the video for early release to my patrons whenever it's done, and you guys can watch it and tell me.
How's it coming along?
Not at all.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's not a pressing priority to edit that at the moment. But in July, I believe it will be. I was going to say, show the script to your patrons. That's also a faster idea and allows me to not edit it to show you. I'm here for chip munching. Are you munching chips on mic right now, Evan? Aren't you
Pretty far away from it.
Yeah? Pretty far away from it?
Yeah.
Scott's gonna get canceled in July. Let's go. We hear it all. We hear the munching. He's just leaning far enough. He's leaning further away. I'm not gonna put the bright highlights on the recessed gold detail in the middle of her big weapon. I think that can be a little bit lighter just because it's kind of a recessed detail. I don't think I need to highlight the silver one more time either. I think I can just be done. So let's go on to highlighting the gray parts. Cool.
These people are fucking with me right now.
Are they? Or can they actually hear you? I can't hear shit, but I'm partially deaf. I mean, I suppose you can just watch the VOD, or you could even put your headphones on and listen. All right.
Or I can just look at levels on my mic
Or that.
and see that they're like well below the noise floor.
Evan, now presented at DHX.
Hey, look. It's Goobertown Hobbies.
Goobertown Hobbies. Well,
Yay!
well. If it isn't Brent, the man, the myth, the legend. I need a white paint, and I believe Alex keeps stealing it.
That's racist.
Everyone harass Brent in chat while I leave camera to find a paint. He did steal it, chat. My editor stole my paint. How could he? Filthy.
I'm testing.
Okay. I have popcorn and none of you have popcorn. Wow. It's a bold assumption there. You know what? I went to get that paint and I'm not even going to use it. I'm going to use pastel blue to highlight my gray up to a brighter color that I will then highlight my blues or my bone with.
Chad definitely heard that.
My kiddo met Brent and Brent told him he wouldn't share his snacks.
Correct. I almost got a shake on the way here.
From where?
McDonald's.
McDonald's. I love how disappointed you sound.
I am, but like,
McDonald's.
I saw this stupid ad on the bottom of the screen. And
You got influenced?
I almost. They almost got me. Only the purest of disdain.
Don't highlight your bone on stream. Oh.
Oh,
Dick jokes!
Neferata's got bone for days.
Bone for days.
That's weird.
I can't see what I'm painting, and neither can you. I'm just stabbing in the dark. I'm just not gonna look at chat for a while. Chat don't do or say anything that I wouldn't do.
That's your chance, Chad. Our winner of the giveaway also said, "Thanks you guys so much for the stream. Miniac, among others, you really got my hobbying back on track during lockdown and kept me sane I learn a load from the videos, so thank you again.
Thank you.
It's been a true lifeline.
You're welcome.
That was Alexi616.
Nice. Definitely seen that name before in the chat before today.
I can't read.
Quit painting, come play Dota with me. I did play some Dota this weekend. Tried out, I played Venge, Pause 4. I want to try out Universal Heroes. So I played Venge, and then I played Snap Carry. I won both my games, but the Snap Carry was not successful.
I will point out that the response to the poll was unanimous.
Don't do it.
No, that it is fine to joke about these things.
It was unanimous.
100% of people voted yes, it's okay.
Are you serious?
I am 100% serious.
Windrunner as a Universal Hero is busted.
I did not only give one option, Rufus. That actually doesn't even let you do that, I'm pretty sure. There was a yes and a no.
That would be a hell of a way to make it work for you, though.
Yeah, I'm going to rig the vote. I'm going to try it right now.
How did you do with Venge? Dude, I fucking love Venge. I did great with Venge. Venge is phenomenal. I've always liked the idea of Venge. But yeah, she for a support, she hits super fucking hard as a Universal Hero. Going stick, going drums, you know, like she loves all those stat items that are really popular right now with those big aura builders. So it worked out really well. I could rotate super easily to mid lane from bot lane. I picked it into a void, a faceless void, and so it was especially good in that game because I could swap out of his ult for my carries and my core players. So that was really good. But yeah, it was good. I like Venge. She hits hard. Also, I got a. What's that one item that makes you lose armor, but the person you target loses armor as well, or they gain armor and attack speed if they are an ally? Whatever that item is, I got that item too, and that item was great. Solar Crest, thank you. Huddleston. So that plus her W. Everyone was dying. I got drums as well. It was good. It's a good time. Scott said my name right for the first time. That is fucking false, because I have said that exact name before many times, Huddleston. Huddleston? There we go, now I'm fucking with you. I love going Vlads on Venge. Vlads? That sounds crazy. You have a 70% win rate on Venge? Holy shit.
With 200 games.
That's insane. I have like a 65% win rate on Void Spirit with, I don't know, probably like 180 games or something like that. So I thought that was pretty good, but 70%? Holy shit. Bro, you put a T in my name all the time. Huddleston, I don't know what you're talking about.
You just did it right there.
That is a high win rate, dude. 70% is crazy. I would say 55 is a high win rate. All right, I'm putting too much water in my gray paint.
Elzatruz says, I'm making a Castlevania base for a Vampire Hunter mini, and I got some baby ribbons. How would you recommend making it look worn like old carpets for the floor?
What? Did you get literal ribbon material?
I think that's what they're saying.
I wouldn't use that.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same camp there.
I would use thin pieces of heavy aluminum or brass. I actually have some right next to me as an example. You can get different gauges of brass material. This is kind of a little bit of a thicker one, but you can get thinner ones that you cut strips off of, and then the value is that you can bend them, and they'll hold a fabric-y shape. You know, they'll kind of not like you gotta have some poise, okay? But you can make them look nice. And then from there, I would weather that by probably painting weathering on them, which isn't the greatest. You can like poke this shit with needles and clip it, but it doesn't tear and look like fabric super well. Run them across an X-Acto blade like when you curl a ribbon. I feel like that might be a little bit too spirally, wouldn't it?
Probably. You can do stuff with like locking down fabrics with lacquers or glues or whatever. But yeah, the brass I think is a better option. If you want it to look like a rug, look up a tutorial on how to make a green stuff rope, and then put that around the border. Because a lot of woven rugs will have like a rolled edge that's kind of rope-like. So if you make a really, really thin bead that goes along the edge of it. That wouldn't curl a fabric ribbon, it would tatter it, the plastic ribbons curl. I don't know. Who knows anything about ribbons up in here?
Ribbons.
Ribbons are for nerds, yo.
Ribbons. Big ribbon guy Rufus. Think you're a ribbon scientist? Yeah.
A video about ribbons? I don't know about that.
Is someone asking for a ribbon video?
I'm busy watching Scott paint Dark Bones on the TV.
Dark Bones.
You know, I'm something of a ribbon scientist myself.
I got so many ribbons from ReaperCon. Why? Almost done with my first Neo Hype squad for my first real army. Nice. Congrats.
Neo to hype.
Neo to Hype. Okay.
Everyone gives away ribbons at ReaperCon. It's like achievements for interactions with people.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. You spoke with me. Here is a ribbon congratulating you. I might go to ReaperCon.
It's like a Steam achievement. Yeah?
Yeah, maybe.
Why is that?
A friend of mine offered a free bed.
There you go.
On the other hand, that means I have to fly to Tejas.
That's a commitment right there.
I wish I could drive, but my truck ain't gonna be done. Unless I work harder.
Okay. This, all these tiny bones are like impossible to paint.
Impossible.
I mean, they're impossible to paint in such a way that'll make them look black. I mean, that's not true. Nothing I say is true. They're just really hard to paint and have still look black but highlighted because there's such little surface area to really work on. I was thinking about kind of doing more of an intense highlight with my little edge highlight here and then washing it again with black. But maybe I'll still do that. Would a light dry brushing, what? Probably wouldn't do super well at this stage just because everything around it is painted right now. So that would kind of just, it would just get light gray on things I wouldn't want to get light gray on. I think if these things weren't painted, I think a dry brush might be a little bit better, just because you can, a dry brush applies not a super opaque layer of paint. So that might work. As always, it's worth testing, you know? Frig, dude. A little ball of paint on the end of my brush.
DeadMedic22 just subscribed. Using that Prime sub, 9 months.
Thank you, DeadMedic. Appreciate it. Scott, did you get on the wait list for NashCon, or did you decide not to go? I think what I did was I tweeted that dude and then never checked again if he responded. So I guess I decided not to really go. Wasn't that important to me? So Scott, the question we're all wanting to ask, but no one wants to, what would be your stripper song to dance to? What do I want to get naked to? I'm trying to my mind is in two places right now. Do I pick a song that's, actually kind of sexy? Or do I pick a song that is a joke? And I pick Bow Down by Born Osiris and just strip to fucking bow down, Or do I pick like a Britney Spears song?
Mishap53 subscribing with Prime for 19 months.
Woo! Mike Genie, yeah, exactly. Scott, stripper song is Ride the Lightning, of course, or Creeping Death, Die. Yeah, I could do that. Pantera. Cherry, see, there you go. Cherry Pie is a great one. But I want a better answer. J. Lee Lucas is booing me right now, and I think rightfully so. Oh my God, my stripper song is Barracuda.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Stripped to some DMX. Yeah, okay. I'll do that. Yeah, no, it's Barracuda.
Ooh, Barracuda.
I will do
I think no one asked me, but I think mine is Crazy by Britney Spears.
Why is painting with you on in the background so relaxing? I have no idea.
The Spain of Plastic.
Spain of Plastic, come back with 5 gifted subs, goddamn! Only if you're wearing a fish thong? What? What, I have to wear a fish thong? I'm gonna apply another wash here just to kind of darken this down a little bit.
I thought we determined that washes were for scrubs or whatever.
Yeah, they're for bitches. They are. Never use a wash, okay? I'm only doing it for experimentation to see what it's like to live like a pleb, okay?
Trip thong?
Fish thong. What the fuck is a fish thong? Don't Google it.
Where's
Right.
my merkin?
If I could be any vampire lord in AOS, who would you relate to the most? Which murderous maniac would I relate to the most? I think the answer's gotta be Abarash. Yeah, we're gonna pick Aberash. No, you know what? You know which one I relate to the most? Not Aberash. The other one. Not Saran, not Neferata, not Aberash. The loner. Who's the loner? What's his name? The fucking Crimson King. The one left. What's the fourth one? I can't remember.
I think it's King Crimson. You'll find.
Yeah, King Crimson. What army should I play at AOS? I don't want to be Chaos, but I don't know what to play. But I don't know what to play. Love all the minis.
What kind of... I mean, instead of us answering this, actually, hang on. Vince has a video for this. If you know what kind of player you are, and you're not attracted to the aesthetic specifically of one faction, pick something that appeals to your play style. In which case, you need to know what the play styles are, and Vince has a video breaking that down.
That is an option. Or you could just play Soulblight Gravelords.
Or you could just play Stormcast.
I think it's Thespian of Plastic. I don't think so, actually. I think it's actually the Spain of Plastic.
Pretty sure it's the Spain of Plastic.
Yeah. We're actually both pretty sure.
Yeah.
So. All right, metal's done. Black done for all intents and purposes. Let's start to highlight the cloth a bit. I don't know how much I'm going to highlight the... I'll paint this part black right here. This midsection thing. Because I'm not touching that much with my hands. And also, it's not attached to poster tack. I'm concerned about painting like the lower tassels here on her arms and her dress. Because I feel like my hands are kind of clipping it constantly. I'm kind of going to rub the paint off if I do like kind of a, an edge highlight. So we won't do that now. We'll do the black in the middle, and we'll paint it like actual black. I love all the death armies. Wow. Soulblight just got a new book, and they're pretty fucking good.
Here we go. They did just nerf them.
No!
The FAQ definitely toned back some of the stuff that was a little too wild. Don't worry, most of the stuff that you absolutely ran over John with is still intact.
Good. Tom from Office Max is not museum wax, it's museum putty. I request a moist emote, please. Honestly, you guys, I figured out how to change your sub icons.
Oh.
So now I won't be just lame ass fucking stars.
I like the stars. I'm joking.
Okay.
I realize that you can't see my face when I say that. So.
Linksy.
By the way, I threw the link in the chat for the most recent psychographics profiles video from Vince. If you know what kind of things you lean towards as far as like armies you like to play in other games, this is useful for helping you determine which faction works for you. That you'll actually enjoy playing.
Linksy Gaming, you hate me because I showed you the best faction in AOS? Sorry, not sorry.
New zombies are absolutely ridiculous.
The new zombies?
Yeah.
Like the ones post nerf?
They didn't really nerf them.
Okay. Definitely gonna get black paint on the white cloth. It is going to happen.
Yeah, if you want to beat my dragons, all you have to do is just field a bunch of zombies.
Okay.
And I will lose the game.
I don't have to do any. Is there like is there a special rule that states if you field
when the zombies die, I take wounds and it doesn't have range restrictions? So I could just like blow up your zombies, and then there's like, it's like, you know how my Stormcats blow up
Yeah.
and occasionally do some damage?
Yeah.
The zombies more reliably do damage that way, and they're super cheap per wound. So you just put a bazillion of them out there, and it's like, oh, you blew up 60 of my zombies, your unit dies, and then I get half of them back for free.
Brigand Dij says, hold on, you're right. I looked at a map and it's been spelled Spion the whole time. You're right, my mistake.
I'm pretty sure it's spelled Spain. He just wrote Spain there.
Yeah. Well, we're doing this now. Okay, yeah. Play Seraphon because friggin' dinosaurs? I could use that exact same reasoning to say to not play fucking Seraphon, okay? Don't play Seraphon because friggin' dinosaurs.
Definitely do play Seraphon.
What are you, a baby? You like dinosaurs?
Lizards riding dinosaurs is pretty sick.
Next thing you're gonna tell me that rat men are also cool, okay?
Here's
and then dwarves. What's next? Dwarves are cool?
I'm gonna come over there.
I am 5 years old. Yes.
Here's the one thing I will say for Skaven. If you're not gonna print models, you're doing no proxies, any of that kind of stuff. Man, that Skaven winter box, whatever they call those Battle Force boxes or whatever.
Oh, like the holiday
$200.
thing?
The Skaven box comes with 85 dudes in it.
85 dudes.
That's a pretty good deal. Even beyond just the purviews of GW. That's like $2.15 a many.
All right, I guess I'm playing Skaven now because of a
Pretty
good deal.
much.
Stop picking on the shorties. Zambies, I will pick on whoever I want to pick on. Don't start with the dwarfs. It's happening, Chad. Anyone who likes
sorry,
dwarves?
I have to ban Ampersand Monkey.
Why?
Because he said dwarves will never be cool.
Yes! Ampersand Monkey! Elvin's superiority. Fight me. I mean, I can't see you, Zambies. You're too goddamn short.
Scott, I'm taller than you.
This is true.
And I think dwarves are the best.
What? So what? What does that mean?
Get on my level?
You're right.
Oh, wait, you can't.
Oh! Okay. Can't make fun of short people with Evan in the room, apparently.
Yeah.
It's illegal.
I'm all about the shorties.
This guy has been added to the book of grudges. Scott thinks rat tails are cool. Rat men uncool. Got it. Do I have any Shatterpoint content lined up? Yes, I do.
Is it actually lined up now, or is it still tentatively?
I guess it isn't actually lined up, but it's happening.
Atomic Mass Games, we really
It's happening.
like to get this ironed out.
It's happening. I promise. Linksy Gaming, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. 7 months sub. Moonface Killer. It's a cool name.
Linnaeus Angel says, I'm going for a Death Army, maybe getting my first unit tomorrow.
Nice.
It's not too late to make the right choice and do something else.
Are you getting Blood Knights? And if not, why not?
Because they aren't very good.
Because, what? How could you? But they're Blood Knights, Evan. They're the coolest fucking unit in the game.
They are pretty cool, but you know what's cooler?
Nah, fucking dwarves. Don't go there. Don't say it. Lizardmen.
How about dwarves riding dragons?
Whoa, dude. Okay.
How about dwarves riding lizardmen who are then riding dragons?
They're cool. They're cool now.
Varangard are just obese blood knights.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Mike Genie says, "What if I told you could have dwarves on dinosaurs?" You know, something. I was at the store last night, and Dan was talking about how the new Seraphon models, the guys that ride the raptor-y thingies, their legs are not part of the raptor sprue, so you actually are getting two separate things. You get a rider model and the little dino. So you could put some dwarves on those dinos and have the coolest army. The coolest army. Find some cool dwarf STLs where they're like riding horses or whatever. Just print out the dwarf, slap them on some dinos. You got dwarves riding dinos. Ideally with guns.
Oh God, I hate nothing more than what you just described. Good, and it's because of what Blue Nine's girlfriend said about vampire pirates when he showed her that race in Total War. She said, pick a lane. And I wholeheartedly agree.
I did pick a lane.
You can't have everything Okay, I won't allow it.
Yeah, I don't have everything. They're not chaos. Oh wait, they could be chaos dwarves.
Chaos dwarves riding dinosaurs with guns.
Yeah. All right. So now the only thing we need is that they have to also be vampires. So you give them fangs.
No.
Now it's you're touching into like all the. Well, actually, you're not touching into destruction.
I don't like that. It's not okay. In the world of fantasy, you can literally have everything. That's the point. No, it isn't, Rufus. I say no. But are they ninjas?
This is like that Christian consent meme that was going around a couple years ago.
Exactly.
Where the two people are saying I consent, and they're like, you forgot about this one, and it's Scott not consenting.
Yeah.
You can't do this. You can't make cool dwarves riding dinos.
I won't allow it. No one's allowed to have fun unless it's my kind of fun.
That's right.
Gatekeeping imagination. Stop yucking their yum. I will continue to do it. I have no shame. It's my version of fantasy.
Sammy's my only problem with Warcry is that I can't do things that are that big in Warcry.
That's kind of the point, though.
Yeah, but what if I could have like 6 dino riding chaos vampire dwarves?
That'd be a game that I would not play.
That's true. Mike Genie says Scott's vampire army is like 80% skeletons, but we have to stay in our lanes. Okay.
I try. Okay? I put the vampire unit they gave me in the army.
God, do I try?
I did, okay? The one fucking unit, and don't tell me about the goddamn Warcry unit, okay? I don't want no goddamn Japanese samurai vampires in my fucking army, okay?
I do. They're pretty cool.
The one unit that is a vampire is in my army, okay? Many of them are. I did my best. What if I make a Warcry game with just huge models? Yeah, that'd be cool. I think that's basically what that mech game is that we shit on all the time. Right?
Which mech game?
Oh, you know. That one. Someone's gonna say it in chat. Warcry does have huge models? Is an all-skeleton army viable? I haven't looked at how they changed the new mounted skeletons, but those guys on paper seem pretty good, honestly. Can't remember anything on the spot. White? Something whites?
People talking about Battletech.
Battletech, that's the game I was talking about. The mech game.
A mech game.
No.
I want my Xeogenesis.
Xeogenesis. I'm just kind of using Eshin Gray as my max highlight right now. And kind of just glazing black into these really deep folds. And kind of pulling it up on top of the fold to like slowly but surely get a blend. It's kind of working. Gunpla finally made it to minis. About time so Scott can paint some. I mean, Battletech's been around for a long time. Black Knights are really tight. Yeah. They seem, thank you, by the way, Black Knights, that's the name of them. They seem good on paper. Oh yeah, and Graveguard have always been good, and they're still good.
They continue to be Graveguard, basically.
Yeah, they continue to be very good, very solid unit choice.
I'm really hopeful that they'll do something fun and interesting with Stormcast in the new book.
I hope they don't.
Thanks, buddy.
I hope they nerf dragons and make them a shit army.
They're going to make dragons even stronger, I'm sure of it. They're going to be like, man, the signature faction is too random. Let's just make their breath weapon always do a flat 6 damage per model.
Make it mortal wounds. Why not?
Yeah. It's 6 mortal wounds, automatic, 18-inch range. That Miniac guy was complaining about like 2 up rolls to confirm, so we'll just get rid of all the rolls there.
Honestly, if you got rid of them like across the entire game, I'm happy. I'm happy with that.
I think most people would agree that getting rid of the 2+ rolls is a good idea.
Yeah.
3 up makes sense to have in the game, but I don't like it on once per game type effects.
I agree with everything you're saying right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the hairdryer for a moment.
Okay. Go ahead.
Lunias Angel says, I'm going to buy OCR Bone Reapers tomorrow. You help me go to the death side for my first AOS army. Well, don't play that one.
Ossiarch Bone Reapers are pretty cool.
Play Soulblight, okay?
I like Bone Reapers because they stay in their lane and they just do one thing.
Yes. Also, if you can't tell, Lunias Angel, we are kind of memeing about what army you should pick because really, aesthetically, you should pick the one you like the most.
Yeah. Or the one that plays the way that you want to play it.
Yeah, or that. If you don't care about the model design or you like multiple, yes, that should be your second decision parameter.
Or you could play like a good game. Boom, roasted.
I didn't say it.
I'm the one between the two of us that likes that game more, I'm pretty sure. So
Hey, you're the one that just said it was a bad game, so.
no, I said you could play a good game. I didn't say it was a bad game.
This is true, Chad.
I just implied.
You got him. Got him on technicality.
You know me.
I do know you, at least in that regard. Give him 40k flamers.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Ossiarch Flame Reapers?
Don't Zinch already have 40k flamers?
Probably.
That dried really fast. There's a huge difference between Commander and Flesh and Blood. It's very different. I mean, aside from the fact that you are picking a character to play as.
Commander is more wild. Kind of bonkers out there, crazy stuff happens. Because the decks are so unreliable, because you don't have a bunch of copies of every card.
Okay. Some light highlighting on the folds. Whatever. It looks fine. Okay.
You can tell he's really happy with it by how he said whatever, Chad.
It's like the middle fabric layer of the 3-layer fabric. Who fucking cares? Okay. Does not need to look good.
3-layer fabric and 7-layer dip.
Exactly. Won my Dota match. Nice.
Well done. Congratulations.
What else I need to do? I need to do the. Oh, I could paint the staff or staffy thing with black. That'll work.
Her staffy thing.
Yes. I forget which one it is, if it's Akenseth or if it's Akmethar.
The Spain of Plastic says, local store just started getting Flesh and Blood, and I thought about picking up 2 decks with all this talk. I say do it. Particularly the Blitz decks. It's such a reasonably priced thing. Just buy 2 decks. Yeah, I agree with Scott. Probably from the same set. You can go online, see what the best matchups are between them. Do that. Get your friend to play. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I learned via playing on Felt Table, which is pretty neat.
Yes, I have enjoyed playing on Felt Table as well. It's also Magic AI on Felt Table. Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, chat. I didn't get far enough away from the mic. Snuck up on me real fast. I didn't even get to say grapefruit. We're liking it so far, hence why we're talking about it.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Green Mountain wanted to know how we're enjoying it. Yeah, solid. It's neat. That's true. America says that our raid today, we should raid Marco. Because Marco Frasoni is here on Twitch now.
Oh, absolutely we should do that.
My big regret of Adepticon is I didn't get a chance to really interact with him at all. But that's because he taught like 5 classes and was running around. Like every time I saw him, he was towing his suitcase behind him because he was going from classroom to classroom.
Someone asked how it compares to Magic the Gathering. You start with a character who has equipment that you use over the course of the game. So like your equipment gets damaged, it goes away. You have a health pool, very much like Magic the Gathering, where you will go down to 0, and whoever goes to 0 first loses. I think the biggest difference is there isn't a card that is explicitly a resource. There's no mana in your deck. Every card in your deck is both resources and also what you play to attack people. Yeah, that's kind of, those are the biggest differences. Oh, you also draw up at the end of every turn. So it's not like you're drawing a single card at the beginning of your turn. You are drawing at the end of your turn, which is significant because it makes this interesting tempo thing about the game happen.
Yeah, everything is based off of your hand.
Yeah.
You're not like, you don't really put permanents into play like in other games. There's some stuff that'll float between rounds sometimes, but for the most part, it's like stuff exists ethereally and you do different stuff with it. As opposed to Magic, which is like about building a fort and then blowing up your opponent. It's pretty cool.
I really like how different every character has been so far. Every character you can play as has like a class, and between classes, the play styles are very different.
And even within classes too.
Yeah, like there's a thing called the Banish Zone. There's a thing called the putting it into your soul. There's a thing called an arsenal, and like there are reactions. The game is pretty big and wide, but not every deck takes advantage of all of those mechanics. But certain decks will favor certain things. Levia and Chain, like the Banish Zone. Hunters, like the Arsenal. Prism likes to use her soul a lot. There's just such fun differences between each of the classes. It makes it very fun to kind of go in between the classes to see how they play. I guess we can stop playing. Or painting. The last thing I have to do on Neferata is to, actually there's some gems.
Gems?
I forgot about gems. Yeah, I got to paint some gems. Those are kind of easy. I need to highlight the cloth, like on her arms. It could be done now. But I still can do a little bit extra work. I got to go to the gem still, and then do some khaki highlighting around all these nice little holes and stuff. I love it when you have like a light to dark big gradient, and at the bottom of the dark, you still have that bright edge highlight. I think that looks really cool. I did that on the skeletons too with that red color I used.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to do that a lot. Oh, and then of course I have to paint the blue thing, and I think I'll paint that blue fabric when I actually put her on the model, because then there won't be any post tack on it, and it'll be easier to see what I'm doing, or there won't be anything in the way of the paint. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna raid Marco Frezzoni. Thank you guys for hanging out for this stream. It was a lot of fun, a lot of lovely gifted subs, donations. I appreciate it all, guys. It means a lot to me every time. Seriously. I love ending the stream with the Sigmar blessing. Rainy Animation, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Happy to have you here. And Memory Gardens as well. Was it Von Carson you were thinking of? No, it's all right, we're gonna end the stream by remembering there's 4 vampires that formed the original bloodlines in the game. There's 5 even. But the one who lived in Morcane and was the person who led like the Strigoi vampires.
I'm so tempted to just end the stream right now.
Don't do it. What's his name? What's that person's name, chat?
If only I had a good smash cut button for this. So as soon as you're like, oh yeah, it's, and then nothing.
I figured it out. It's Usharan. You have Abarash, Usharan, Sauron, Neferata, and then I don't know who was responsible for the wizardy vampire. Oh, Sauron. That's what he did. Yeah, Usharan was his name.
No game stream this week. Yes, game stream next week.
Yes, no game stream this week. The one in the week following, though, I think I spoiled it last time, but I'll say it again. We're gonna play my 2K point of the game, 2K point version of the Escalation League against Curtis. Curtis is gonna be playing his 2K Dark Elves versus my Soulblight, and so he should be running his big bad Snack Lady.
Fully painted, of course.
Fully painted. Absolutely. 2K Gray. If everything goes right, well, maybe I shouldn't agree. No, my shit is going to be painted. But I have a video planned in July about painting the rest of my army. Because the best way for me to get things done is to make it a video topic.
Make it work.
So that's what I'll do. All right, y'all. Thank you for supporting the stream. It means a lot. Enjoy Marco's stream. And until then, we'll catch you later. See you.